One, two, 1, 2. Some theme music before we get into this.
Yeah. 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 Grew up with the runners, bound to do numbers. Business in the winters, beaches in the summers. Shorty hips humongous, her shit go da da da. The spirits be among us, but can't get the nanas. Dogs roll bullets, charged like the bullets. Word to God, feeling bullish. Dogs roll the bullets, charged like the bullets. Word to God, feeling bullish. We've been in the mask before the jazz. Buckets of that candy, hard ones to fill a glass. Took us from our families and they filled up every class. Easy to remind me, but what's handy come to cash. Fuck ya, charge. Big nuts, nods with Taurus, charge. Mold, cards, off the charts. Buffet, charge. Monka, bonza,
This is Bodhi, da 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 da. This Bodhi has entered the building.
Wall Street, Oz, coming for Oz.
Black one time.
Charged up, charged.
What's up, Dwayne?
Large, in front of her, large. The stars, the cards, those tracks.
Show you how I mean it.
Look at that. Arch, the sages, not badges or savages. Nah, the craft is mastered with talented bars. Grew up with the runners, bound to do numbers. Business in the winters, beaches in the summers. Shorty hips humongous, her shit go da da da. Spirits be among us, but can't get the nanas. Dogs roll bullets, charged like the bullets. Word to God, feeling bullish. Dogs roll the bullets, charged like the bullets. Word to God, feeling bullish. Woke up on raw, out the road raw. Thunder,
Almost ain't make it, y'all.
I'm
sorry. I was outside. Halloween hookers is out there. That's how I know I'm maturing, though. Let me take my ass to the fucking house and go through this show. You understand what I'm saying? Oh, word? What you got? Some chamomile? What you sipping on? Chamomile-licious booty? Or you got I say chamomile because I know that shit be putting people to sleep, yo.
Doctor in fraud, document doctor, y'all got the gall, y'all visit halls, y'all ain't got the keys to get in no longer. Riding beats like a chick stutter. Grew up with the runners, bound to do numbers. Business in the winters, beaches in the summers. Shorty hips humongous, her shit go da da da. Spirits be among us, but can't get the nanas. Dogs roll the bullets, charged like the bullets.
Gonna fall out on me, Licious Booty?
Dogs roll the bullets, charged like the bullets. Word to God, feeling bullish. That's where.
It's all good if you do. I understand. At least if you do fall asleep, I know why. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm gonna be teaching tonight, so you know what I mean? It might get a little boring. It all depends. You know what I mean? I told y'all sometimes it gotta be that way. Sometimes I gotta get the point across. Yeah. All right. So here we go. Maybe not. Maybe not. All right, that's fair. You know what I'm saying? That's fair. And it's cool to still have fair after Libra season. What's going on, everybody? Glad you could be here. Glad you could make it for another episode of Astrology After Dark. You can hear me good, Licious Booty? Welcome to another episode of Astrology After Dark. We are here to talk our shit, y'all. I'm just keeping it a beam with y'all. So, we just came off of the whole Libra season. You know what I'm saying? And for the most part, I found it pretty harmonious. I'm keeping it a beam with you. Like, I ain't gonna lie. Like, Libra season was actually pretty dope to me, for me. You know what I mean? I didn't expect it to be that good, but it was. So I should be more optimistic now. So even with Scorpio season, right? This doesn't feel as dark and dreary to me as it usually could be. You know what I'm saying? And I don't always have terrible Scorpio seasons, but I'm just saying, like, sometimes, you know what I mean, it can get taken there. So, but for starters, I feel like it's a real good Scorpio season, and it probably has something to do with the aspects. If you haven't checked out the aspect discussion that I did earlier, check it out when you get the time. I did a Scorpio season forecast, talking about all of the aspects that'll be happening for the entire Scorpio season. Y'all can catch up on that, apply it to your houses the way that it should be applied to your houses. You know what I'm saying? So on and so forth. So, how y'all doing out there though, man? How y'all doing overall? Licious Booty, how you doing good, I see. Like, I could just feel it. You calm, cool, and collective and all that, you know what I mean? Cozy with the tea and all that. That's good. That's good. So what we're going to get into tonight, right? I'm going to just keep it very clear and very concise with y'all. We're going to get into the life after the contract. We're going to get into Scorpio stuff. So there's more to Scorpio than just sex and relationships, y'all, of course, right? We do know that. We do know this. However, we're kind of like piggybacking off of Libra season. So I do want to enter Scorpio season podcast by talking about Scorpio stuff in relation to relationships, because it doesn't come out right after Libra season for no reason. You understand what I'm saying? Am I too loud in this mic? I seen red. Maybe let me turn it down just a notch or two. So I'm trying to lean back and get comfortable myself. You know what I'm saying? I want to be leaning all forward, hunchback and all that. So, Scorpio is life after marriage. Scorpio is life after the contract. I'm going to just say life after the contract because I know some of y'all are frowning your faces up already when I say marriage. I get it. You know what I'm saying? Trust me, I get it. I can understand. But however you chalk it up, however you look at relationships, I'm going to give you a breakdown right now that shows you it is what it is, regardless of how you try to do it, how you try to slice it, or whatever the case may be. And some of y'all are going to hear this stuff and you're going to be like, well, I kind of knew that already. And I'm just going to be reiterating it for you. I'm just going to be clarifying it for you. I'm just going to be elaborating on it so that it opens it up. Sound is perfect? Fantastic. Thank you, Booty. So what I want to emphasize this episode is the seriousness, the intensity that comes with life after the contract, that comes with Scorpio energy. All right? It's not that way because of nothing, right? It's the 8th sign. It did not just come out of nowhere and start being Scorpio. No, it was 7 signs that preceded it that said, yo, look, you're up to bat next. What are you going to do? All right? And Scorpio said, well, motherfucker, this is what I'm going to do. Hold my beer type shit. Happy Sky was really, really, really good with that. Shout out to Happy Sky. Also was here earlier for the Scorpio forecast, right? So we cooling like we cool. You know what I'm saying? Happy, we about to get into the Scorpio shit. I'm letting you know now. You know what I'm saying? So just brace yourself, because shit about to get real. So, for all of us that know, you know, Scorpio rules over certain things in astrology. It rules over shared resources. Why does it rule over shared resources? Well, because it's life after the contract. This is what I'm stressing, B. It's after you get into something with someone that is solidified. Usually it's legally, unless y'all on a whole underworld route. That's something else we're probably more than likely going to talk about too. But when we're talking about the sign that precedes, which is Libra, we talked about the law. We're talking about legal activities, right? Then South Node of Scorpio. Oh, shit. And I'm going to start piecing that together a little bit later. We can realize that when we get with somebody through a legal contract, and a legal contract, by the way, y'all, a document could be, I could write on a napkin, I like you. Do you like me the same? Check the box, bitch. And if you check that box, we go together. fucking play with me. But I'm saying I'm serious. You could actually bring that in court and it'll be substantial. You get what I'm saying? So even common law marriages, you can win something in court. It won't be no writing. The judge will be like, yo, how long y'all live together? Okay, that's your bitch. Knock it off, dude. Like, you're not gonna come in here playing with none of us. That's your bitch. Fuck out of here. So that's the seriousness of Scorpio energy. You and I, two people, have gotten to a deal. Now we are together. And Scorpio energy is fixed. So it's kind of like we stuck with each other. You understand what I'm saying? So for all of y'all who know that Scorpio energy that be stalking and obsessed and like, yo, where you at? What you doing? Well, why I ain't hear from you? You know what I'm saying? You understand because there's a level of seriousness that's attached to that. All right? Everybody's got Scorpio in their chart. You can try to dodge it all you want to be like, I'm not like that. I don't do that. Somewhere in your chart you do. I don't know what house it is in for you. Like Booty said, Felicia's Booty is a South Node. You know what I'm saying? And I could just go off the bat real quick and just tell you, there's been some research going on in her life, her lives, her past life even. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want to digress. When you get into something with someone that's solidified, there's going to be a level of seriousness that gets heightened because why else do it? You understand what I'm saying? Are we doing this in vain? Like, stop playing bars. So what I'm going to do right now, possessive, yeah, happy. You know what? I was thinking about that earlier too, Rob. And naturally, Taurus rules over possessive and Scorpio rules over obsessive, right? So they got them S's going on them, obsessives, you know what I'm saying? A lot of snake activity, a lot of snake energy going on between them. That's why I even told the Taurus bro I used to deal with before, like, yo, you probably need a Scorpio. Like, you probably need a Scorpio. And I could tell they're attached, I ain't gonna say attached, but I could tell that they're attracted to the Scorpio traits that I do possess. But I'm not like that 24/7. I'm not. But your opposite sign is Scorpio. You might fare better. I think that's, as an astrologer, that's like my kind way of breaking up with a girl. You might do better with a Scorpio. Or a Cancer. You know, something like that. It's fucked up, right? No, I'm being serious though. It's really the educational way to do it. But look, if you don't think that this is serious, right? This is why we're going to set this off. If you don't think this is as serious as I'm saying that it is, right? Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to play a snippet of a video for us. Just pay attention to this video. This is from a renowned researcher, Santos Bonacci. If y'all follow me, if y'all sub to me for a while, y'all know I fucks with dude heavy. He's one of my favorite researchers. Dude gets busy. Shout out to Santos, Mr. Astro-Theology. I'm going to play a clip from him, all right, that shows you that if you and your partner or you, whoever you're in and whoever you're in contracts with, right, doesn't have to be your sexual partner. It could be your business partner only. It could be whatever type of relationship that you're into that's legitimate. If you don't take this seriously, I'm going to play this video clip. And I'm going to inform you that someone or some entity out there is taking it serious. So you could fall back and refrain from taking it serious all you want. But just realize this. Somebody is taking it very serious before you were even born. And when you were born, they knew exactly where you was going to be born, what your characteristics are when you be born, the whole shit. So let's get into it.
What does the papal bull say that they created to stick in their vault and put their spell on that has cursed us so much, this unum sanctum? It says that all the world and all the souls in it are ours. Remember the right of claim? This is mine. Well, a claim of right. They made a claim of right. They rocked up, sitting on top of the world, look around, seeing all these people sleeping, got all these gold in their vaults and all this power, and they said, we own the world. And so they do. because no one has challenged that. No one has challenged unum sanctum, this papal bull. It's in the vaults. And it's a curse on mankind, and I'll show you how. This was the first express trust in history. So they have claimed the whole world and all the soul. And you will see, by virtue of your birth certificate, that that is the title of your soul that they own in their registries. They have registered you. And that is the title to your soul. In 1531, convocation. The third trust. This one takes away your real estate. When you register with your birth certificate, that number is the number of these 3 Sestui KV trusts. Learn this word. That's the name of your enslavement. That, in Latin, is 6. 6. 6. 6. There are 3 of them. That's 6 in Latin. That's 6. There are 3 Sestui KVs. Sestui KV or Setui KV. A lot of people say Setui. That's the Triple Crown. They own and sit on the crown. They are the kings of these trusts, which has taken away your real estate, your personal property, and your soul. This is for baptism, for Catholics. That's why they want baptisms. That's why they go around converting. And that has stolen and deprived us of our real wealth. These are worth about $15 million. If you've got a birth certificate in this country, in the Commonwealth of Australia, which is registered with the Securities Stock Exchange Commission in New York, you are a shareholder for Spain, created at that time before Columbus went to America. And when Columbus comes back in 94, he signed the Tesadillos contract with the King of Portugal, with the approval of Alexander, Pope Alexander, back in Rome. So they have the title for all the Americas. And they're just Sestui KV accounts. That's all they are, trusts. Everything is a Sestui KV. Everything goes back to these trusts. Now, what I'm going to show you is when you go to court, it's trust law. They're administering these priests of Baal, of Saturn, who is Satan. And remember, as Virgil said in the Aeneid, we the Latins, everyone knows, are Saturn's people. Latin, L is replaced. You just take the S away from Saturn and you put L there. Same word. Latin is Saturn. It's the same word. L is L. That's another name for Saturn. That's why you can say Latin. But the Latin church, that's why they speak Latin. Is it all Latin? And even they know they're Latin because it's Satan's church. They dress in black. They are the Grim Reapers. They are reaping our souls. The souls belong to them.
Now, that's all from Santos. That's all I took from Santos. Trust me, dude got much more stuff. But I felt that information was very essential to what it is that we're discussing tonight. Now, one would want to think that what he just got finished saying is not true. Are you fucking shitting me? Somebody owns our souls and it's documented. And not for nothing, they call themselves the Catholic Church, the Vatican. These people are religious leaders and have been ruling over, or leading, should I say, a vast amount of people for so long, and they are held up in such high regard, depending on who you're asking. Those people own us? The pen will always be mightier than the sword. That's a fact, Licious Booty. So you know what? A CO told me that when I was upstate New York before. I'm going to bring up, that's a good thing that you bring that up too. I'm going to bring up prison. because when before I went upstate on a bid, right, I was still on Rikers, and people that know me from my hood or whatever, people that know me in general, they know that I want all the books. When I go to prison, when I go to jail, I want the books. You know what I'm saying? So if you got it, if you got Pale White Horse, if you got Illuminati, if you got so on and so forth, 48 Laws of Power, if you got the books, send them to me, right? So I'm on a bus coming back from a court date. My boy is like, listen, you gotta get this book called Cracking the Code. I'm like, Cracking the Code? He like, yo, I'm telling you, you gotta get it. It's the new one that's out. It should be in the jail within a couple of weeks or whatever the case may be. I'm gonna send some kites around and try to get it to you. I'm like, bet. So he's breaking it down to me of what this book entails. And he's like, yo, they talk about how your social security card and your birth certificate is worth millions of dollars, but you don't know. None of us know. And each single one is worth, on site, is worth starting with $1 million. It's not even lower than $1 million. No one's birth certificate or social security card is lower than $1 million. So I'm like, yo, get the fuck out of here, B. So he's telling me this shit, and he's telling me, like, I think two brothers was writing this book. I still can't find this book to this day, mind you. He said, yo, the two brothers are actually on the run right now writing part 2. So me, I'm like, yo, I gotta get this fucking book, right? But mind you, this was over 20 years ago. This was damn near almost 25 years ago that I was having this discussion with someone. So here it is now. We get this information that's clarified by someone who does the research on a deep, intense level. You know what I'm saying? And the information comes back around full circle. So I recall when I was upstate New York, I was working in an admin building. I won't ever forget. And I was close to I wasn't close to going home yet, but I was close on getting transferred to a minimum facility to come down and go home. And the CO that I was working for in the admin building, which is like a real lucky place to work at, if you know, you know what I'm saying? So I got to work in the admin building, and he was like, I think like word had got around that I'm a writer or whatever the case may be. And he was like, he looked at me one day, he was like, he picked up the pen. He was like, you don't gotta come back here. He was like, the pen will always be mightier than the sword. And he was just wagging this pen in front of me. And he gave me the pen too. He gave me the pen. So that shit stuck with me. You know what I'm saying? That shit stuck with me. And I'm like, okay, boom. It took me some time. I was still hard-headed when I came home that time. But, you know, eventually I got it. But I never forgot that. And, yeah, right, this is booty. But just imagine being freed and saying, oh, yeah, you go fight that war. We're going to give you some acres of land. And then you go fight, dodge all these bullets, like the song says, like my song says. And then you come back and they renege on the deal. Damn. That's devastating. No one in government is coming forward and apologizing or nothing about that. Ain't that some shit? And now they got this thing called, what is it called? Where they doing away with the history or some shit, right? They like, so you know how we uncovering information that they said, you know, like they robbed the Library of Alexandria, burnt it down. We're just now recovering all the information from that, right? But we're also witnessing a whitewashing, I guess is the word for it. I know there's another term for it. We're actually in real time witnessing them erasing stuff from history, which is bugged out. It's just like y'all don't want us to know, y'all don't want nobody to know the shit that happened. Crazy work, right? So, and to even think about that, right? To know that we are, because the reason why the papal bull is like that, and he meant the Treaty of Tordesillas. He called it something else. It was a T word. I know what he meant though. It's the Treaty of Tordesillas, when Columbus made a contract with the Españols, right? The people in Spain. He basically sold the Americas to Spain. And this was leveraged to pay for things, wars, upcoming wars, things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? Basically to enslave us. So here it is. We've come off of this this grind, right, so to speak, of us talking about relationships. And we had fun with it, no bullshit. We had fun with it, popping balloons, all kind of shit, right? What are we doing out here? Dating sucks. The dating is pee in the dating pool. You know, Aries North Node is fucking up our relationships right now, putting a strain on our relationships. We going through it, right? But we could kid and we could joke all we want and say, yo, I'm through with bitches, I'm through with niggas, I'm getting rolled by bitches, whatever, right? But based upon this information right here, when you know that somebody has got your information stored away and there is money on the books, so to speak, for you, then it turns into a different story. Does it or does it not? Maybe that's only my interpretation of it, which I've held for some time now. But maybe you don't feel the same. Maybe you feel like, yo, you know what? Fuck all of this shit, and maybe you just want to go live off the grid and start anew or something, which is cool. But I'm telling you right now, if that's what you truly want to do, there's gonna have to be some type of fight in you. There's gonna have to be some type of rebellion in you. You're gonna have to get serious about the relationships that you do enter in, unless you're going to be an island of your own. If you got the resources to be an island of your own, salute to you and great luck. However, if you don't, you're going to need people. You're going to need like-minded people, at least in some areas of your life, especially when it pertains to this type of stuff. There's going to have to be some type of rebellion in you. You're going to have to set it off in some type of way. You're going to have to fight back in some type of way, B. And the beginning is this information, right? So like I tell people often, you might not like a zodiac sign or something about a zodiac sign, but you're not cutting out a slice of that 12-piece pie. It's always going to be there. It always was. It always will be. So we got to deal. You know what I mean? We have to deal with Scorpio energy the best we know how. Point blank, period. So when you enter into a relationship with someone, right, y'all? What is it that you initially think about? Do you, like, for those of you who are you dating for marriage? Are you dating to be married? Or you just there for a good time, not a long time? You know, these are things that you don't got to tell me, but you should ask yourself that and tell yourself these things. You know what I'm saying? Let me bring up one of my slides. Licious Booty says, once they voted us into the Constitution, we became slaves again. And you know what's awkward to me about the whole Constitution thing is that I didn't think that they included us in the Constitution. But come to find out, there's two constitutions. And the second one is where it includes us by way of debt. So there's two constitutions. The first one, the original one, we the people, I'm speaking for black people, y'all. Don't get upset. It just is what it is. Before they trying to erase everything. I'm just trying to get this out. In case you haven't ever heard this, we were considered 3/5 of a human being. You understand what I'm saying? Not even a full human being. So at that particular time, they wasn't even talking about us. You know, they wasn't even including us, but then they got wiser. And when I say us, I also mean those of us who weren't free. You know, some of us were here already type shit is what I'm trying to say. And everybody didn't come on boats is what I'm saying. So, but there's a second constitution that basically implements this whole debt monetary based system, which was facilitated primarily by the Federal Reserve. All right. So with this chart, I'm going to start breaking this down. So if you'll see right here, this is my chart for this evening, right? And I have a few houses that are highlighted. The 5th house, the 7th house, and the 8th house. All right. We're going to begin with the 5th house because often this is where we begin. For those of us who just start dating, getting on the dating scene, whatever age you started, you know what I mean? Fucking with people or whatever the case may be, then this is where you start having fun, right? You start testing the waters. You start seeing somebody you got the hots for, you got a crush or something like that. you trying to fuck, whatever the case may be, right? You trying to wine and dine somebody, take them to Perkins. Is Perkins still open? I think they shut that shit down. But you know what I mean? Ponderosa, damn, they shut that shit down too, right? Ponderosa was my favorite. I'm telling my age, but you understand what I'm saying, right? You wanted to, you know what I mean? Fuck with a bitch, listen to some Mary J. Blige with a bitch, and you know what I mean? That type shit. That's fifth house shit. So that's kind of like saying, I'm here for a good time, not necessarily a long time. It's really because you don't know yet, because the fifth house rules over gambling. You know what I'm saying? Fifth house rules over gambling, so dating is a risk at that point. You're testing the waters, you're trying to feel it out. And not for nothing, you're going to be putting on your best face most times, because the ego rules over the fifth house, the sun, right? So you're going to shine bright, and you're just going to be kicking that shit. You're going to be in the vein. You're going to be feeling yourself. You know what I'm saying? Vice versa. You know, y'all going to show the best qualities of yourself. Sometimes it doesn't always happen that way. Sometimes people bump heads and they clash and they show the fucking demon side of themselves, and that attracts them to each other. And then they get together later and it's like, you know what? I fucking couldn't stand you when I first met you. I thought you was an obnoxious asshole. And then they become lovers for 30 years, 40 years. You know what I mean? But initially, when you come into this fifth house, pause, it's going to be like that. Testing the waters, romance, dating, seeing what's going on out there. But what happens here is creation is also ruled by the fifth house, y'all. So with creation ruling the fifth house, creativity is not the only thing that is created, right or wrong. You know, you could create a song, you could create a movie, you could create some products and services, sell them online, sell them in a brick and mortar, whatever, right? But you can also create a child. You can also create a child. And again, with the information we've just been talking about, right? If you don't take, let's say you have a child out of wedlock, right? Creation out of wedlock, right? What that is inadvertently telling the system. When I say the system, I mean those people that we just got finished talking about who plotted to own our souls. If you didn't take those children seriously, or that child seriously, as Scorpio energy is suggesting you do, even Libra energy is suggesting you do, guess what? Those people do take them serious, because their mentality, their ideology is, I own your child. I own your child. I own the subsequent children that pops out of that pussy. They're all my babies. What's really happening is I'm renting them to you. I'm loaning them to you. I'm leasing you those children, right? You are parenting those children. This is like a definition for parents. I don't know why it's going over my head right now, but parenting is like some borrowing shit. Like you don't own those children that you have if you have children out of wedlock. You understand what I'm saying? And there's even some tricks out there that can take your children from you after having children, after being wed and stuff like that. We can get into that in a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that is tough, Rob. That is tough. Let me get in the comment section. Is he financially secured enough for us? Is what I look for. That's smart, Licious Booty. It is. You would want to look, and you would want to look for the security and stability of the partner that you become serious with. You would. You would. Whatever that looks like, too. I don't know if there's an amount of money that you can actually put on it. Me, I've learned that, you know, I've dealt with rich bitches. I've dealt with poor bitches. I've learned that the way that they manage is what I'm going to base that security on, what I'm going to base that stability on. You know what I'm saying? And if they stay up to par with the basic and the necessities, and their well-being is, for the most part, cool, I could fucks with that. That's security to me. You know what I'm saying? Because some people, and the reason why I bring that up, Licious Booty, is because some people, money gets in their way. Money makes them behave like they can't sit still and enjoy certain simple shit in life, because their bank accounts is too full. They feel they got to go do something with that. They feel like they got to go be somebody or in somebody's face, and they got to be spending it in some type of way. You know what I mean? That type of shit. And I'm not saying what's right or what's wrong. I'm just saying I look for that. I look for that type of shit too. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I've dealt with rich bitches, still do. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes they be like, you hear that commanding shit come out of them. Like, yeah, they ain't no man. It don't matter. They still got this. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't gonna get into detail. But it's a good thing to look at because why? Children cost fucking money. Like, we are not going around that. So if you do fuck around and, you know what I'm saying, get romantic, listen to Mary J. Blige and all that, then you pop, you know, he shoot up the club, pop a little baby in you, then it's like, yeah, you would want to know that at least, motherfuckers, you got some money to take care of this baby. You know what I mean? Some people are looking past that. Some people are just getting the pass and go, collecting 200 from a different resource instead of checking a partner's resource. Love does cost, yeah. So you want to do things and all that, courtship and all that shit, it costs. It costs. Now, the highest vibration of love doesn't cost you a thing, but we're not talking about that, right? We're on planet Earth playing the game of life. So love does cost. It's facts. It's factual. Reciprocal love. Conditional love. Love under conditions. Meaning if we want to go out Friday night, Saturday night, we got to have money to do so. And if not, we not going out. We're not dating. There's no courtship. And you might just lose your bitch behind shit like that. Just giving it a bang. We cannot avoid and overlook this shit and then call ourselves being serious about getting in relationships with people. Right? Can't just bring a ring. Right. You can't just bring a ring. You know, because that shows the sentiment, right? That shows the effort. Oh, they care enough to do something of sentimental value. Don't be duped out here, especially guys that are listening to this. Don't be duped out here, yo. She needs some money. She don't even just want the money. She needs some money in her life, B. You know? So for those men out there who are working on our craft and we understand that and we's like, okay, well, it's going to take a little more, then that's when you got to tell bitches, you're like, yo, pump the brakes. I'm busy right now. You know? Busy is code for, busy to your bitch is code for, I know what the fuck you want. I know what you need. So leave me the fuck alone right now. I'm busy because I know what you need. And I'm not trying to have those arguments and conversations in the future. You know what I'm saying? That's how I deal with those conversations. I'm busy. He's like, oh, okay. I know what he up to. You know what I'm saying? Keeping them fucking bills paid. But again, if we just pop these babies out, we don't got no documentation for them. We don't got no legal claims for them. Those people who own the souls, documented, they own them. And these motherfuckers is in the church wearing the same robe every day. I'm pretty sure they wash it, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Same robe every day, coming out doing rituals right in front of everybody's face during mass. Right? Wearing those crowns, that triple crown they was talking about. Wearing the Dogon hat, right? Which is a Piscean god. You see the fish hat worn by the popes and rituals right in front of everybody's faces for years. The Inquisition, the Crusades, all ran under the banner of that cross. All ran under the banner of Christianity for years. They've been owning the souls since then. Now look, again, right? We'll have our children. They own them. They ain't never seen us face to face a day in our lives. But believe that hospital did what, man? That doctor came and said, yo, or however y'all got it, the days later, they said, yo, here go the birth certificate, right? You got to go to Work Street. Well, here in New York, we go to Work Street, we get the Social Security card, bang, right? You document it. We don't got to know what you look like. If you want to do anything on this earth that we own as well, right, then you got to plug these numbers in the system, baby, or you ain't getting shit. You want a credit score? Well, give me your numbers. What's your numbers? We know your numbers already. We gave them to you. We got it. We got it anyway. We could take out a loan on you right now if we wanted to, but we just want you to do it. Right? Now think about this shit. If you're born into poverty, if you didn't get wealth passed down from your lineage, right? Generational wealth. And remember, America is a Cancer, y'all. Y'all know America's birthday. So this is bloodline shit. This is elite families that have been running this shit for centuries now, right? If you wasn't born into wealth, this is where they really hit you. Because everything that you get is going to come by way of either labor, which is basically slavery. Technically it's slavery. Or debt financing. Oh, you got a good credit score? Oh, I don't have no credit. Even better. You could start now. Start off with $500. Here, see what you do with that. So what they do with debt, what debt is a financial instrument. It's actually a time traveling tool. It extracts wealth that you are about to receive before you get it by giving it to you before you get it and having you pay them back for it with interest. Reason being because you was born into poverty. And I'm not saying this in a condescending way. I was born into poverty. So trust me when I tell you, I'm not saying this in a condescending way, but this is the way that the system is. This is the way that the system works. This is the way that this shit goes, B. You know what I mean? So believe if you don't have documentation for those children, if you don't open up trusts and accounts and stuff for those children, eventually them children are going to grow into themselves and they're going to start signing their own documentation for things. They're going to start signing up for their own stuff. And that system is going to be utilizing the leverage that they possess for it anyway. Right? And then you might have, some of us have arguments with our children. We be like, damn, they look at you like, why we not rich? Or you might be wealthy, you might be rich, but your children will be like, why we don't have Lamborghinis in a warehouse full of cars like the rappers do. And you might tell yourself like, kid, you that's some ill type thinking. Like, what the fuck you think this is? But they don't want to hear that shit. So the next thing you know, they're running out of the house belittling you and trying to become someone else that's in a celebrity life and shit like that. They trying to become those celebrities. They looking down on their own bloodline. They saying, yo, fuck this. I need a Lambo within the next 2 years or I give up at life, period. The youngins is taking themselves out and all kind of shit based upon this materialistic shit, B. But they have no idea what the system is. For those of y'all that don't, I know some younger people watch my channel and shit like that. Y'all up on game, y'all know this shit, But if you don't find something to do with your children, and it's not like you don't mean well, it's not like you don't have good intentions, but maybe you don't know astrology, maybe you don't know their natal charts, maybe you don't know which way they probably going to take a turn. Maybe you don't know that some of your children won't even get along with you. Maybe you just don't know this shit. But guess who knows this shit, B? Those motherfuckers that be wearing those crosses. Part of my language, but I'm just keeping it a bean. Y'all know me. I may cuss, but I don't curse. Should have got that situated first. Bars. But it's true. You know what I'm saying? Like, they know that your fucking kids will run out on you. Next thing you know, they'll be in the church. And y'all know the scandal that the church got going on, right? The same very church that we're talking about, that we started this whole live talking about. The same very church, they're still in court. They're still in court for children who have left their families. Some families actually brought their children to those people. I can't say these because they're none of mine. They're not none of mine. But they're still in court behind children. You understand what I'm saying? So this is again, if you don't take this shit serious, there's a group of people out there that are. So for those of you who haven't had children yet, you're thinking about it, it's something that you want to do, take heed to what I'm saying right now. Real talk. Real fucking talk. Shaylee, what's good? I told y'all Scorpio season, I'm gonna get into it. Shaylee, what's good, yo? It's been a minute. I ain't seen you in a minute. How you been? Good to have you back. Good to have you back around. I'm good. I'm well. You know what I'm saying? I had to drag my ass back into this house because I was outside. I was playing it close. You know what I'm saying? And them Halloween hoes is out there. They out there. They dressed as Spider Bitch, fucking Batwoman, all kind of, like, it's just crazy out there. I'm like, yeah, I'm going. I know I'm mature now. I'm like, I'm going home. I'm going to do this podcast as promised. You know what I'm saying? I said 11:59. I'm going to be here at 11:59. But I'm very well. I'm having a ball. I'm loving my work. I'm loving what I'm doing. I'm just loving a lot of things about life right now. So, the energy is good. Even though this is kind of getting a little dark in here, but this is necessary, B. This is necessary. And it's going in order. We had our fun in Libra season, and we had a lot of questions in Libra season. Ultimately, if we backtrack through our Libra season sessions, we haven't come up with conclusions at all. We're all still stumped about this relationship shit. Some of us, anyway. Some of us, we have come to terms with the relationships that we're in. We have at least done that, and we see them for what they are. But for those of us who are on the inside looking out, so to speak, we're puzzled and baffled by what's going on that we see, right? These shows that are popping up, how people are doing it, how they treating each other and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? The shit bogged out here. It's weird, man. It's weird. Yeah, it's necessary. You know what I'm saying? So I know, we have our fun. I told y'all we gonna have our fun moments, but I'm not intentionally trying to make this intensified or boring or whatever the case may be. This is the shit we really need to be fucking knowing. This is the secret stuff. Scorpio rules over secrets. This is another reason. That's why it's in big bold letters, secrets under that number 8. Because these secrets, Scorpio secrets are secrets that between 2 or more people, right? But the whole world, the masses don't know. You get what I'm saying? So it's just like you got to question yourself, well, why don't the masses know? Why only a certain group of people know? The occult, right? The occult groups, they know. They've been knowing. Why has astrology been banned for so fucking long? Why have people like me taken so long to come up in the ranks and, you know what I'm saying, get this information out? But if you look at your religious texts, they're all coded by astrology. Why are y'all coding it? You get what I'm saying? So people talk about me too. They be like, oh, that motherfucker's an occult. He's a dark, he's a cultist, Illuminati, whatever. I'm going to be in the know. I've been into this shit since I was a youngin'. And I'm going to continue. Pierre, what's good? What's good? Shout out to Pierre all the way from Australia. Glad to see you. So, secrets, right? They got the souls, especially of the children, especially of the unknowing children who don't want to hear shit, because not for nothing, the first 24 years of your life is very important, because if you don't get your brain shaped and formed to have a true identity by the age of 25, it's kind of clipped for you. You're kind of fucked. Because you're going to be so stubborn after 25, and this has been proven, that you're not going to want to change your mind or be open-minded to anything else. So they know that as well. Y'all know who they is. Thank you for being here. It is lovely that you are here, Pierre, and that's a whole fact. I'm glad that you're here. So, those children. Let's talk about the secrets. No matter of fact, let's get back to the children. Think about this, right? Some of y'all, some of us, right? Some of y'all out there, y'all done did what? Y'all tax return, also ruled by Scorpio, 8th house, right? Some motherfuckers have done tax returns, and some other motherfucker has claimed your children on their taxes. Some other motherfucker. Did y'all hear me? Some other motherfucker, some other broad has claimed your children on their taxes. How does that happen? How does that happen? So there's a benefit from having these children, right? Incentivize. It's something called incentivize. It's kind of like dangling a carrot, right? You hear the politicians, they talk, oh, you're going to get this tax credit for the children. When I get into office, then it's like, oh, let's go make some babies so we can get that $6,000 a piece for them little motherfuckers, right? Then like 4 or 5 years in, you like, fuck them kids. Not 4 or 5 years, more like 17, 18 years. It's fuck them kids. 21 if you're in New York. Right? So you got other people claiming your kids because you made a baby creation out of wedlock. There was no solidified document, and some people know what they're doing beforehand, And chicks, to the ladies out there, if you're hustling, you're hustling. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? This Spooty said guilty. Let me find out, Licious. Oh, shit. Some of y'all bros, y'all know what y'all doing too. Y'all hustling. Y'all know how to get a motherfucker in the sack and bust those nuts. You know what I'm saying? I don't even see Licious booty. You a Capricorn, right? Let me shut the fuck up, B. My point is, some of us know what we're doing out there. You squeeze those nuts, you make the babies, you ain't married or nothing. Some of y'all are so good at this shit that y'all tell a motherfucker, hey, look, Don't sign the birth certificate. And niggas, you know we dumb. We just like logs of wood. We don't know shit about this shit, right? I'm saying for the ill-informed or the uneducated who didn't get to that place in their life yet. We just going with our bits. Like, okay, we happy the baby is here and all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, I ain't gonna sign it. You gonna get some extra money? We gonna get some extra money? Cool. Bruh, you have no idea what is coming. Pause. I'm gonna just leave that right there. But if you know, you know. This is what happens when you have these deals. Not even a deal. You have these children without the deal. You know. So when y'all hear me talk all this shit about bitches and hoes and pimping and all that shit, yeah, I be talking my shit and I be meaning my shit. But y'all also do be hearing me say that I'm pro-marriage. I'm put it this way, I'm not anti-marriage is what I say. I'm not anti-marriage because I understand the seriousness of this game of life. At least if you want to play it at a particular level, you could take it easy. But if you want to play at a particular level, you heard about the tax breaks for married couples, right? I'm just saying. Do the math type shit. Right, you a Capricorn, right? I ain't gonna get, you know what I mean? Y'all special, man. Y'all special. But you live and you learn, you know what I'm saying? I'm grateful for all my experiences and all my teachers, you know? And I'm gonna leave that there for now, anyway. But yeah, damn, right? Like let's ring a horn. For should be real out there. Let's just imagine this right now, real quick. Imagine having babies out there in the world, right? Tax time come around, you ain't with your BM no more. You ain't with your baby father no more. Tax time come around, you could be working and all that. They ask you the question, hey, you got any kids that you want to claim? You claim them. You get a letter come back saying Bartholomew such and such claimed your kids on their taxes. So what's really going on? You like, hold on, wait a minute. Wait a fucking minute. I know that Bart motherfucker, but that ain't them kids' daddy. I'm the kid's papa. I'm that child's daddy, sir. Oh yeah? Prove it. Your name ain't even on the certificates. Your name ain't on those documents that the Vatican owns the soul of. Your name is nowhere to be found. You ghost dad. That shit got a bunch of your shit. Your child shit got a line of asterisks on it. Damn, right? Like, damn. Your shit got a line of asterisks on it. Mama name is there though. And this is just in most cases, y'all. I'm not saying it can't be flipped the other way around, but in most cases. Mama's maybe, mama's baby, daddy's maybe, right? You like, damn, I can't even claim my own creation. You don't own them babies. You don't own them souls. The Vatican does. Look, I'm just letting my mouth fly because, listen, it's already out there, B. The cat is out of the bag. Trust me when I tell you it's Aquarius age, B. Shit gotta change. So they know they only got about a certain amount of time before shit get altered around any fucking way. You know? And I'm even going to chime in on how there's a lot of evil things in this world. I don't think it's the evilest thing in the world. Because I think anybody would have came up with this idea eventually and said, you know what? Let's own all the souls. But you know what they say about power? It corrupts ultimately, eventually, right? And as you see what it turned into. As I said, those motherfuckers are still in court for touching little kids' PPs and private parts and stuff. I gotta keep it a Venus astrology after dark. Did I say put the kids away? God damn it, put them kids away. Put them big headphones, them big Apple shits, put them shits on their head, yo. Where are we? So before I even get to the 8th house, right? Because I'm kind of jumping ahead. We're coming off of this creation out of wedlock stuff and we damming it out. We need it. We need to say, damn, that's some cold shit. Y'all think I be talking about pimping. These Vatican motherfuckers is pimping hard. They don't even know us, B. They don't know us. And they got shit in smash like this, right? But that's also what we get for playing the game. 5th house rules over gaming. The game of life. without being knowledgeable. Fifth house is also a form of education that comes from being social and lively through creativity, but it's not ninth house education. It ain't eighth house education too, because eighth house is where the secrets reside. That's where you enter the occult sciences and occult practices and stuff like that. And some of y'all skip over it, especially the hardcore Christians. They want to skip right over the eighth house. They want to have nothing to do with it. How you not going to know where your enemy, they claim where your enemy is? How you not going to study your enemy? How you not going to research your enemy? You going to give it all to God? How's that working? And I'm just keeping it a being. Christians, if you're watching, get in here and say, how is that working for the Christian community? Letting God handle it. There's actually people fighting out there. That's why shit is being exposed. You got people like Mr. Astro-Theology that's giving out this information. He's a fighter, B. Go look. You might not be able to find his page on YouTube right now. He been doing this shit for years. They stay taking this shit down. They be targeting him and all that. This shit. See, now my passion is coming out again, because that's how I get sometimes too. Because when you see people fall because of not having the knowledge, and then not only that, they can get upset at those who have the knowledge. It's fucking mind-boggling. What they used to tell us when we was coming up, the gods and the earths and all that, right? They used to say, yo, 85 are dumb, deaf, and blind. If you know, you know. 85% are dumb, deaf, and blind. 5%, we the teachers. We teaching y'all the knowledge. We giving y'all the knowledge for free. We don't want nothing. We building with you, God. But there's 10%. 10% of the population, they know. They know and they choose not to tell you. So what that means is they'll wear robes. They'll do ceremonies right in front of your face and say, this temple is the church. When your body is the temple, they'll tell you this building is the church. Come here every week. Pay your tithes. 10%. Right? We're going to do rituals in front of your face. You don't even know that we're doing a ritual in front of your face. We're going to speak about a book time and time and time and time again that is actually coded by astrology. But we're going to tell you, don't you ever practice astrology. Don't you ever get into the dark arts when the book derives from the dark arts. It's just dark because everybody don't fucking know it. If everybody knew it, it wouldn't be so fucking dark now, would it? You'd be able to fight back because you know what the fuck you'd know what the 10% know. You know? Let me see what y'all talking about. Love my nieces and nephews like my own. That's what's up. You know? Yeah, and it's like when you come across, sometimes when I come across children that ain't even blood related to me, I'll be like, you know what? I just be giving them the game. I'll be giving them the jewels. Sometimes, a lot of times children take a liking to me. You know what I'm saying? Just something about me, they gravitate to me. They be seeing me, especially when they see me do business and stuff like that. Them little children, they be interested in business, yo. Little kids be like 8, 9, 10 years old. They be wanting to get into this shit. You know what I'm saying? Trying to ask their mom and shit, how can I get down with it? You know what I mean? And it's like, but if we try to instill that in the children in this nation, what happened? They'll call ACS on you. They'll try to put you under the jail behind that shit. They'll try to take your children away because they own the souls, right? Child labor laws. And it's just like, what? What happened to lemonade stands and shit like that? You know what I'm saying? We used to sweep the sidewalks in front of the bars and shit coming up, 9, 10 years old. Get $5 here, $10 there. Fuck you mean we can't work? We want to get money. We see what our parents is going through. We want money. We trying to get money. We know what the fuck is going on at an early age. Y'all trying to sit us in these chairs, though. Y'all trying to sit us in chairs and teach us the same math 5 years in a row. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. And people are arguing over public schools. Fuck public schools. Now I'm getting outrageous, right? But I'm trying to keep it a bean. If you can't, look. I was having a conversation with a friend the other night, right? He was talking about how they're not comfortable with their nieces and nephews being taught by drag queens, you know? And it is what it is. I'm not trying to shoot those people down, their lifestyle or whatever the case may be. But I also am not comfortable with anybody's child, any of my friends' childs for sure, having drag queens like forced on them, nutsack swinging with a wig on, talking about let's read this book together. Like, what the fuck is really going on? Knowing that these people that own the souls are still in court for the same type of shit. For the same type of shit. And they were supposed to be friendly. They were supposed to be our people. They were supposed to be godly. What the fuck is godly about that? When them children are still traumatized to this day behind that shit. These people can't be public figures because they too ashamed to come out and show their face and be somebody in the public eye. But they say it's godly. I think it's something awkward about in Star Wars, how they call it the Force, and they're supposed to be the good guys. What do you mean by force? Trying to force yourself on somebody, buddy? Luke Skywalker? Alright. But I'm just keeping it a bean, y'all. Oh yeah, 100%. ICE recently started looking into learning more about private living. It's interesting for sure, some of the theories that they claim. Private living. Wow, learn something every day. We don't get tax back for kids here in Australia. Say word. Oh yes, we definitely do learn something new every day. You don't get taxes back for children in Australia. What the fuck is going on out there? You know, I heard a few peculiar things about Australia too. One being that the real estate industry is a racket. Am I right, Pierre? I heard that's just like a racket. Like everybody's in the real estate. Like all my Australia friends, they're in the real estate. And sometimes it's like you gotta be, or the economy is not an economy. That's one of the strange things I've heard about it. But so y'all are not incentivized to have children. Well, this nation, yeah, definitely incentivized to have children. And this nation is so, you can tell this nation is just out to snacks, B. Because in the same breath that you're incentivized to have children, you can go on damn near any corner in the urban area and kill that kid. Not while alive, I'm saying, but you know. Oh, you don't want the baby no more? You had second thoughts? You don't like so-and-so, right? They talked you out of it. He's not going to be a good candidate for a dad, right? Just go lay on that table. We'll take away your troubles, you know? Snap of a finger, right? So when people, now look, I might get backlash for this, but I must keep it a bean. Fuck it. Where I stand with that is, I don't like the idea of abortion. But reason being, of course, if something happens to you that's out of whack, that was not supposed to happen, it's not supposed to happen. Of course, that's a different circumstance. And of course, I believe in it then. But anything other than that, I don't, because, and maybe I'll have some type of leniency for people that are like under the age of 25 or under the age of a Saturn return, because I know this information. I know the adulthood just isn't there sometimes. So sometimes you're just stubborn and you want to have a child because you need something to hold on to. You want to love somebody. You want someone to love you back officially. And you can't have that taken away from you. But that's more of a reason to actually have a child than to not have a child. Like to just be, my point is this, just to be out there fucking is something y'all youngins, y'all got to check yourselves on. Older adults too. You are aware that you can fuck around and come in that pussy. That pussy be good now, goddammit. The pussy be good. You're going to shoot up the club. And it's a high potentiality that she's ovulating, B. And y'all going to have a kid. So at some point, we got to become more conscious and more aware when that process is taking place. And I would say before that process takes place. And I know I know people that's in authoritative positions and they be like, oh, you got to give the kids a break. You know, you too strict, you too rigid, you too this, you too that. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you from a person who's experienced the trials and tribulations of having children. So I know what it entails. I know what that shit come with. You don't see it beforehand. You know, everybody thinks it's the greatest idea in the world. Think before, like Licious Booty said, I want to see how his finances are. I want to see the stability first, you know? I want to see this, that, and the third. We got people out here winging it. Like, I don't give a fuck. God gonna handle this. God gonna take care of that. And I'm not making a mockery out of God. I'm just saying people are so, you know what they say in the scripture? Faith without works. You could say God till you blue in the face, but if you ain't putting in that work to realize how much it costs, what it takes, how you should be committed to a 2-parent household or something like that, a village raising a child or whatever the case may be. You might be in a community right now and they got the child sex registry off the chain right now. You don't even know. You're not even tied in and tapped into your community like that. So let's say you don't have the other spouse. Okay, what's your community look like? What church you going to? A Catholic one? I ain't saying all Catholic churches are they the sole owners. I'm saying that Vatican, right? But you know what is it called? I always butcher that word. Color. It's a COL word. You know, it's still Christianity. Let me see. Where am I? They won't register a baby without a daddy's name. Unless you know how I did. But yes, it is about ownership. That's deep. See, they got some type of integrity left in Australia to do something like that. They want the dad's name on that certificate. Out here, nah, they go right along with it. The baby mama be on the table still. Pussy ain't even stitched up yet. She be like, I don't know who he is. Nurse be like, well, who that? That's my friend. That's just my lapdog friend. Think it'll be the baby daddy the whole time. Damn. Cold, right? It's cold. Yeah, but how do you pronounce it? Yo, I wish I could just use Siri right now or some type of AI. I wish you could just speak to me right now. Catholicism. That's how it goes. Catholicism. You under the Catholicism banner. Shit, man. Need to talk about this shit. I know eventually I'm going to end up having a Catholicism person come on here, or maybe not. Maybe they won't come. By the time I get ready to do that, they probably not going to come. Because what are you going to tell me? What can you tell me about Catholicism that we haven't dug up, that we don't already know? We just waiting like, yo, if I had all the time on my hand, I'd just get a group of people. I want to go to the Vatican. I want to go under there and look at all of the records and all of the shit that y'all got. Would y'all let me in? I doubt it, but why not? Why wouldn't you let me in? I bet it's real secure. Why is it so secure? Why are those books not public? Why we can't read them? You ain't got to answer those questions. I fucking know why. Niggas know why. But that's deep. Australia wants the baby daddy's name on that certificate. Go find that nigga then. Or put that lapdog nigga name on it. Fuck it. Oh, he a lapdog friend? All right, well, he the daddy now. Fuck that. Some man is going to be part of this child's existence. There's some type of integrity left over there. But you know, America is the melting pot of mayhem. Knowledge is and always will be the most powerful and valuable asset one can own. And this is what we have in this discussion for as well. Piscean age to the Aquarius one, right? Pisces age was the veil. Aquarius age is the deveil or devil. You know, since people want to pervert every fucking thing. Devil, the deveil. Aquarius rules over knowledge. Right? So we here now. It ain't we here. My mom passed a week ago. My condolences, yo. Damn, yo. She was a November 5th Scorpio. She had more secrets than hairs on her head. I bet. I was no contact with her in upcoming funeral. Family I don't see turning into a bonfire. And it bees like that sometimes too. It's terrible. I know what that. I can't say that I know exactly what that feels like, Pierre, but because, you know, we're different people, but the scenario, I know what that shit feels like. And it doesn't feel good, especially with the whole no contact thing before it happens to them. you're left with questions. I don't care what no person says, and I'm tough as shit, B. But I still got questions for my pops. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, like that no contact shit before it happened, before it hit. That shit is, it's a different animal, you know. But I just be like, fuck it, man. You know, fuck else I'm gonna do. But I can't front like the question doesn't still linger. Like, damn. And then family won't ever be the same no more after that shit. Word. Word. Lots of love. Sending lots of love to you, Pierre. Real shit. And you know, Scorpio about those secrets again. You know, I got family secrets like a motherfucker too. So it's just like, damn, y'all are some dark people. So if our own family can hold these types of secrets within their units, within our units, you could imagine what this group, the secrets that this group holds. This is a few of them that we're unearthing right now, that we're excavating right now. You know? Let's get to the 7th house now. Because I ain't going to hold y'all. I ain't got much clips. Matter of fact, I ain't got no more clips. That's the only clip I'm showing this tonight on this episode. Let's get to the 7th house. Because the 7th house is marriage, or AKA the legal contract. And again, I told you, if I put, yo, do you like me, bitch? Check the box and you check it, we go together. You my girl now. So, you know, they recording phone calls now and shit too, if I could. But you go to jail for that shit in New York. That shit don't hold up. But you get what I'm saying. If we go together, we go together. That's 7th house. But there's an understanding that comes with that. Yo, you do this, I do that. We both do this together. You're better at that, you do that. I'm better at this, I'll do this, right? We're not equal, but we're balancing it out. We're coming together as a team, pause. But we will come together as a team as well. You know what I'm saying? I'm just keeping it a beat, right? But marriage before sex, you've heard that before, right? Can't have no sex before marriage. What they doing in the 5th house? What we doing in the 5th house? Sex before marriage. And we used to always think our parents or the elders in our community was being assholes, right? Why y'all being hard on us? We know what y'all was doing in the 60s, free love and all that hippie acid, you know what I'm saying? Walking around with sheer see-through shit with your tits out, nipples out the hair, AK-47 bullets. Y'all was doing y'all. Let us do us. Fuck is you talking about? Why you trying to ruin it for us? Let me be great. Right? Until we become wiser, and then we get the understanding like, oh shit. That's why there's no sex before marriage. This shit is for real. This shit is for real. You fuck around, get gonorrhea out there, you like, damn. You peeing fire out there. Yeah, you don't know that broad. She don't know you. Free love. Y'all had a nice good old time though, right? So on and so forth. But not only that, because this 8th house is a motherfucker. The 8th house extracts. Rather quickly, I'm gonna bounce around a bit. The 8th house is an extracting house. Yes, it's a fluctuating house as well. So you'll be down, you'll be up. You'll be down, you'll be up. And boy, when you're up, the fucking shit, like you're on top of the world because you're up with your partner, right? Again, this doesn't have to be romantic, but it can be, right? The people you in cahoots with, right? The stocks go up, you like, yeah, you know? Shits go down and take a hit, you like, damn, fuck I'm gonna do now, damn. And because it's the 8th house, you might do something that is, you know, beyond risky. Because it's that Pluto energy that says, man, I can't face being seen in the public like this. I can't be seen in a motherfucking Toyota Corolla after me and my lady was just driving around in a Lambo. Like, that shit don't even make sense. Something gotta get got. We gotta catch a lick. Something we gotta do. We're gonna crack cards. It's gonna be fraud or something. And I'm playing. I'm not saying to go do that. And I damn sure ain't doing it. But I'm just saying that darkness could seep in. And you don't want to play by the rules no more. Because you're going through some shit. I think everyone's been through that before. But when I read off this list right here under the 8th house, you're going to see just how much it extracts. Point being, two heads be better than one? Two incomes? Because look at the shit that you're up against. This list right here. You up against a whole plethora of industries that want your money. And the owners of the soul has predetermined that they gonna get it all from you anyway. Y'all seen my video on economic hitman, right? How them Libra lawyers are coming for your ass. Better learn how to get charitable or something, or share your wealth and resources along the way somehow before somebody get disgruntled and want to call up a lawyer and balance that shit out for you. Look at God. See, y'all be calling on God and shit. Y'all don't be knowing God in the mix of that shit too. Where I'm at with y'all. Catholicism. I gotta remember that. See how it roll off the tongue nice too. Catholicism. I always be struggling to say that shit. Australia would surf champion Lane Beachley was a result of rape. She is a star. I've never met a baby I didn't like. That's dope. For those who can overcome those obstacles and those challenges, dope. I know a lot of shelter babies, and you know what I'm saying? Kids that were like thrown away and abandoned and stuff like that. They turn out to be some of the most miraculous people that you can come across. You know, pause. It's a beautiful story of redemption. That's my favorite word in the dictionary. Things. I was her scapegoat, but loved her too. I feel you, bars, Pierre. I feel you when you say that. You was her scapegoat. Because I be feeling like I'm the scapegoat. I'm gonna tell you, I feel like my father won. You might be like, well, won what? I guess the game of life, or just won because we had something going on that we had no contact, right? But I did not realize that it was as serious as he thought it was. I just thought it was a period in our lives when we wasn't kicking it for a minute. You know what I'm saying? We was going to come back around. But come to find out, I was the last one in on it. The rest of the family got a whole story for me on how he felt about me. And I was like, what? So now I'm looked at as like not only the black sheep, but also the bad guy. How you treat your father like that? You understand what I'm saying? So it's bogged out. And then you got to think about it like, damn, well, at least I'm still living, right? They're the ones that's gone. So you try to like, I forget the term that I'm looking for right now, but you try to justify, you try to be okay with being the scapegoat is pretty much what I'm saying. Justify being the scapegoat. And it's like, hold on, wait a minute though, but we ain't even have a conversation. Like, I didn't even know this shit was happening, B. Wow. The day my baby was born was the day of solar eclipse in Scorpio. He also had a Scorpio stellium, if I believe 4 placements. Okay. See, we getting deep. The Scorpio energy is coming out. It's coming out where the sun is in Scorpio. Sun is the light, right? Turn on. Soul. Turning on the light, on the secrets. It's time for this shit. We just acting out the transits, B. That's all we doing right now. I personally believe and have been educated that sex is marriage. Let's talk about Alyssa's booty. Let's let off a horn right there. You know what I'm saying? And not for nothing, right? I think that's where it began, even prehistorically. Because if we look at biblical texts, right, in the religions, they say, so-and-so knew so-and-so and begat. So-and-so knew so-and-so and begat. Knowing is fucking. That's just code for fucking. You know? And think about it. When you get into a relationship and that pussy be good, right? You just be like, yo, you ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? You my bitch. You know what I'm saying? You start pounding your chest. Swinging from vines and shit. You know what I mean? Walk on your knuckles around her. Yeah. Territorial type shit. That's all Scorpio energy. You know? And the counterpart, the opposition, Taurus, possessive and obsessive, right? Scorpio energy is going to objectify that pussy. Taurus is going to say, that's my nigga. Like, I don't care what y'all got going on or what y'all think. That nigga is mine. Right? So, from the outside looking in, especially if you're a part of a village who may not have these rules documented on scribes yet, you're going to tell yourselves like, yo, so-and-so and so-and-so are together. Y'all do know that, right? We do know that. And somebody might try their luck after that sexual encounter happens and say, Well, how do I know they're truly together? And then you fuck around and find out by trying to go around that pussy. Go try to sniff that pussy. You understand what I'm saying? In some cases. But in most cases, especially when it's fresh, when you're dealing with that Scorpio energy, right? Honeymoon phase, whatever. Once you, it's official, right or wrong. And most coming from the hood and all that, it's just like most people know once you start fucking, it's just like, yeah, me, I go with so and so. Before that, you just like, no, we talking. I talked to so and so. I talked to so and so. That's code for we ain't fuck yet. You know what I'm saying? But once you like, they like, oh yeah, they fucking. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't married, but I think things reached a level, this is booty, to where they was like, again, people coming into power. And I would say probably the more wiser out of the groups, right? The more passive, the more introverted religious leaders, the shamans and shit, they was like, you know what? We should probably start documenting this shit. So we could like hold it up and remind them when they get into scuffles and arguments in the club, wherever it was, in a cave, I guess back then, like, yo, remember, so-and-so owns so-and-so, or they're together. You know what I'm saying? And that's how we got to the point that we're at now. Control. Some people just like, yo, we want to have records, you know? It's all part of astrology. There's going to be record keeping. There's going to be fights for control and power and shit like that. And there's going to be people who are better at it than other people. We are not equal. Bars, I'm fucking nice. We know that. Album drop whenever. I don't give a fuck. But there are people better suited at that type of shit. You know, you could think Virgo, analytical, categorizing, recording it, filing it away in a cabinet. Shit been going on since the beginning of time. Yes, my current and previous relationship both have their moons in my 8th. Makes for an interesting dynamic. We're going to get to North Node compatibility at the end too. So if y'all stick around, y'all going to hear me break that shit down. But yeah, synastry charts. I told you I was going to get back into synastry charts. Because I had stopped doing it for a couple of years. I was just like, man, fuck synastry charts. You know what I'm saying? But I got back into it. And I started realizing there's very lot of power in synastry charts. And if you're thinking about being serious with someone, even a little bit, get that synastry chart drawn up. Because you see the moon in your 8th, and you start seeing shit like that, and you start seeing, well, okay, these would be the strong points, these would be the challenging points, things of that nature. If that happened to me, I would never let my child know that information. I don't understand why anyone would. Therapy saved me. Nah, I feel you. I don't know, man. Shit is just deep. I don't know. Sometimes, I mean, for a person to one up you in their death is wild work. Like, you got to be a real mental gymnast to pull that off, and somewhat spiritual as well, because I'm telling you right now, I'm spiritually inclined, and I ain't see that coming. Pause. Yeah, you see that shit now, right? And what Biggie said, what's your name, what's your sign? As soon as he run that line, I just creep up from behind. Nah, bitches, niggas, we both on that shit now. Like, what's your name? What's your sign? Oh, you don't know what time you was born? I can't take you serious. I can't date you then. I can't date you like that. Like, I can't. Nah. This relationship can't go no further. You got to know what time you were born, man. I can't do this. It's not you, it's me. You don't know what time you were born. Fuck that, it's you. Type shit. But yeah, the 7th house, let's get to it. That marriage, that contract that says, look, we're together. All right? We're going to work as a team to be in a harmony as much as we possibly can. Of course, the scales are going to tip, but that's why we got each other, to bring us back. You understand what I'm saying? That's what makes it so. And when you document this, what you're doing is you're sending a signal to the Catholicisms of the world. I think I said it right. The Catholicisms of the world. And you're saying, yo, look, I want ownership back of these souls. Like, these are my souls. Me and my partner made these souls. And I want the fucking contracts, B. You know? Those are my fucking souls. Those are our babies. The fuck is wrong with you, sick bastards? You know? So that's why you go through the trouble of getting that documentation. You know? You want your tax returns. You want that earned income tax credits. You want, you know what I'm saying? You want those, you want that income tax money. Fuck is we talking about? You understand what I'm saying? But yeah, it incentivizes you to take care of those children. You know what I'm saying? In a sense, you still, I ain't gonna say that right now. Let's keep it where it's at, right? You want ownership of those souls. So that's you sending a signal out to them saying, yo, give us our babies. Stop fucking around. You know? And for those of you niggas out there right now, just pet yourself on the ball sack tonight and say, yo, listen, Catholicisms. I'm not playing with y'all. If I squeeze another one out of here, I'm coming for mines. Like these are my nuts. How yo, these niggas is running around the earth talking about they own your nuts right now, my nigga. Ain't even bust yet. They talking about they own your nuts, nigga. Nah, B, something gotta give. Niggas own your nuts beforehand. They own your ball juice beforehand. Ma, they own your eggs beforehand. Nah, we gotta have see people want to pop balloons and shit. We should be talking about this shit, B. We should be talking about this shit. So 7th house is documenting that, basically making a statement, an earthly statement at that says, yo, look, this is what we want. This is what we're about to get into because we are marrying with the intent to have children. We're fucking to have children. But the 8th house really rules over sex. That's when you really know. You know what I'm saying? As we had said earlier, that's when you truly know that you're with someone. That 8th house come in, that's the lock and key. Like, this is secured. That's why the 8th house is fixed, right? Ain't no out. And when you look at the numerology of it, 8 is a ending number, right? It's supposed to be the ending of things and transformation. See, part of the transformation is allocated to children, right? Rules over the libido, bringing children into this earth, because that's us through evolutionary psychology passing down our DNA to them. Should you perish and die, which is also ruled by the 8th house, that's a form of transformation, right? So it's that part. And you heard? Real talk, Licious Booty. You ain't lying. You ain't tell a lie. And so this 8th house shit, you get the transformation there, or it can be the transformation that is the type that says, you know what? We've came so we've conquered, literally too. But we've came so we conquered. We met each other, we got together, we legalized our union. We've been working together as a team in harmony. We've had children as well. Now, shit, we're even healthy. Our assets are up. We got a legacy to pass down. Should the worst happen, insurance policies, this and third, all that 8th house shit, right? Secrets. You see, I got child support lit up in yellow. Taxes, mortgages, all insurances, and a trust is also ruled by the 8th house, and debt, right? But if you have all of these things in order, you want to merge into the 9th house, which is actually true freedom. When you learn all of this secret shit that we've been discussing here tonight, and you say, you know what, now we got all of the power. We know what they know. We can take a different path. We could take what we learned that we want to keep and discard the rest, right? 8th house also rules over discarding, like 12th house. Discard what doesn't work for you and move on. So you could step into the 9th house, which is where the Hierophant usually rules, right? Give you the keys. You get the key, right? You got the keys of knowledge. Now you want to go on a higher path, which is you could leave the occult. You could still take the occult knowledge with you, but you don't have to be in the cult, right? You could be a cult, but you don't have to be in the cult and drink the fucking Kool-Aid, because they're fixed in that 8th house energy. You can step away and free yourself in the 9th house, as Sagittarius energy would suggest, right? But when you stay in that 8th house, let's get back to the Catholicisms, right? They out to take, they out to rob you. So again, if you're born in poverty, they know you're going to fuck around, you're going to have some children. Y'all going to fuck around and break up. If y'all break up, child support, let me get that check. Garnish. Fuck, you thought you was free? Nah, nigga. You in a fixed energy. You ain't free yet. We're going to need those checks, sir. We're going to need those checks, ma. Pendulum swing both ways. What else? Taxes. Yeah. Every move that you make on this earth and you make a profit from it, we want our cut. Damn. Chill out, bro. Like, nah. We own you. We own the soul. It ain't no chill out. You should have told that to your parents when they had you out of poverty. That's what they're saying inadvertently. They're just not telling you. Again, these people, you never seen these people. You never seen them face to face. You don't know them. They don't know you. But yet they've had this conversation already before you got here. Their predecessors had this conversation before your asses got here. Before you and I got here. Oh, you want to go buy a house? Y'all want to go buy a house to put the kids in and, do the bunny hopping, you know what I'm saying? Get your baby boy on or whatever the case may be. Okay, well, yeah, that's going to cost you. It's called a mortgage. That shit sounds a lot like morgue. But it's a mortgage. And they usually run for 30-year terms. Yeah, we're going to keep you fixed in this dark area of your lives. Right? So again, adding on more pressure, more stress into your daily lives because now you have to keep. And what's the most expensive thing? The most expensive asset in the earth is a house, right? Poor cancers. Most expensive thing in the motherfucking earth is a fucking house. It's like, damn. Nigga gotta have a place to live. Oh yeah, we understand that. Your parents should have understood that before they had you out of poverty. You ever seen them? You ever hear them say that in a pulpit? Fuck no. They gonna take whatever you and your poor parents got when they pass that tray around too. They not gonna tell you. They 10%. They not gonna tell you that shit. All insurances, life insurance, car insurance, house insurance, fire insurance, business insurance, you fucking name it. All 8th house shit. Take. Monthly too. Let me get that about you. Yeah. 30 days later, let me get that about you again. Come on, partner. Let me get that. It's like, damn. What the fuck? And then you got the trust, right? So the trust is basically what Santos was talking about with the Catholicisms of the world. They have a trust. They have all of our certificates in their trust, which they own, which is secured in secrecy, right? Until you tap into it. You got to actually tap into that shit and say, yo, I want to go to the 3 credit unions, 3 credit bureaus and find out my numbers, right? Because you could, and I'm going to get to the whole upside of this, because there's an upside to this when you change your mindset or you think positively, despite how dark and sinister this sounds as a scheme. When you change, once you get the knowledge, you can shift your perspective to see the benefits of this whole system. And you start realizing like, yo, we all are God together. Because although they came up with it first, we now know it and we do have access to it. Like imagine being born into poverty and you didn't have access to debt. You didn't have access to certain shit that's afforded by the 8th house, right? Some people, and I know some especially broads, chicks out there hustling babies and shit like that. They'd have never been able to get out their mother abusive house, they father abusive grips. They'd have never been able to get out that first abusive boyfriend's house when they was 15. They moved in with his family. They'd have never been able to get out if they ain't had that baby, that first baby. Then they broke up with the dude. They went to the shelter, bang. Shelter put them on their feet, bang. You know what I mean? That baby, that child support put them on their feet to where they now have a life. You know, and they turn into phenomenal people, so on and so forth. So you can't look at this all bad, but y'all know me. I'm a devil advocate the shit out this motherfucker. Down on the horn for Nana, what's good? Glad to see you. Definitely coming in peace and all that. You know what I'm saying? Pause. But yeah. That trust is what they have all of these certificates secured in. And if you want access, like they was teaching in that book, Cracking the Code, you want your $1 million. And look, again, I wouldn't even repeated what Santos said if I didn't know it to be true. I checked my digits. It really is on a stock exchange. Y'all could do it when y'all get y'all downtime if y'all haven't ever done it. You might even invest in your own stock. I don't know. But it's there. Oh yeah, it's there. Trust me when I fucking tell you it's there for real. In real life, it's there. Just got home, finally can relax. Was you out there at another Halloween party? I came in. I was outside on the street seeing all that Halloween shit going on outside in the city. Oh my God. I was like, let me get my ass in the house, B, and come fuck with y'all. Before I fuck around and, you know what I mean? have a skeleton baby mama out this bitch for being, you know what I'm saying? Irresponsible and shit. One fun night. The credit game, right. All ran by the 8th house. 8th house rules over the credit game. So Sometimes you got to become the system in order to beat the system. You know what I'm saying? This is a fantastic time to learn stocks and crypto. Nah, because Uranus being in Taurus, it's what all the hoopla is about. All of the major players I know in tech, they're already in Web 3.0, building the fuck out of Web 3.0. I started it. You know what I'm saying? I got a little Web 3.0 site began and stuff like that. But I also realized by studying astrology, it's going to take some time for that to reach the forefront. Some people still don't even know the difference between Web 2.0 and 3.0. The average user of the internet don't know what a domain is, or, you know what I'm saying? With the hyper, it's just so much tech language that the average person does not even know fucking exists. You can't even have a conversation with them about it, you know? And that's not to downplay them. It just goes to show the percentage of the population that's in tune with this shit and why it's taking so long for Web 3.0 to pop out. But it's coming. Pause. It's coming. That is so good to get some confirmation. Thank you, for sure. I had to get licensing done. Then I had a nice dinner and drink. Okay. And some weed. Okay, getting y'all relax on. Listen, Booty got her tea on. You got your weed on, your food on. I ate well too. You know what I'm saying? Some nice burritos before I came on. You know what I'm saying? So let's give ourselves a round of applause for that. Small intermission, small break. Santos is a friend of my good friend. Santos is from around your way, so I know you telling the truth, Pierre. Santos is a friend of my good friend, Anchantia, who taught him lots about flat earth, and now Santos is a Krishna. Right. He spent a lot of time in Australia. He's from there, as a matter of fact. If I'm 100% correct, I believe I'm correct. He's from Australia. That's a fact. I think he's even had your friend on his show a couple of times too. I know that name. I could be more tech savvy for sure. Yeah, you'd be amazed at the things that you could pull off on your own. As if y'all see my website, like I did my website. I coded it from scratch. I ain't use Wix. I ain't use none of those other sites that you pay them a monthly fee and all that. Because I'm just like, yo, I've been there. I've been through all of that. And I'm just like, yo, I'm a master at cutting costs. Lean producing is what it's called. I learned it in college. I've been infatuated with it ever since. So I'm like, yo, Pluto, Aquarius, oh, okay. Let me start learning how to code real quick. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever went into, you know what I'm saying? I just started learning. I taught myself how to code. And I've been on it ever since. Now I'm helping other people build their own websites and getting them a website up and running, and one that they can afford on a month-to-month basis without paying those Shopify fees or those Wix fees, because them shits get expensive, B. Then they want to give you the pro package, and the next thing you know, you like, damn, this shit costs a pretty penny. And if you ain't that good as a salesman just as of yet, you know, your overhead costs could be shit real out here, man. Shit real out here. Had homemade cheesy fries and a chicken Caesar wrap. That's what's up. Yo, the other day, what was it? Yesterday, I went and got some tacos. They ain't put no cheese on the tacos. I was infuriated. But I ain't really look at the joints until I went to a Mexican spot. So I'm not even second guessing it. You know what I'm saying? Shorty was like, yo, you want everything on your taco? I said, as a matter of fact, yeah, I do. I want everything on the taco. Of course you think it's going to come with some cheese. I get home with no cheese on the tacos. I'm like, this shit is diabolical. That's what the new word is, right? That's diabolical to not put no cheese on the tacos. What the fuck? But anyway, free coding resources. Yeah, there's joints that you could go and get certificates and all that. They'll teach you for free. It's like in downtown. Like I'm learning to build more downtown for myself too. I'm learning a second language. Like, yeah, man. Fuck that. Because this 8th house shit is real, B. This shit is real. And let's talk about debt. Let's go back to debt, right? Debt, again, debt is not a terrible thing. It really isn't. Yes, it's robbery. If you have this is when you got to really know yourself. When I say know yourself, work on knowing yourself as well. Get the knowledge, get the information, get your natal chart, do your annual perfection, do your solar return, do your synastry charts. Don't date unless you got their fucking natal chart. You understand what I'm saying? Do these things because you'll be able to handle the debt that you take on. You know, some students got student debt. They think it's the end of the world. Oh, I'll never get out of this. You need to change your fucking mindset. Yes, the fuck you will. Yes, you will. The fuck? You could just look at that as a tab. Like, yeah, just put that on my tab. You'd be like, nah, that's not realistic. How it ain't realistic? These motherfuckers owned you before you got here and they put $1 million. It's like putting $1 million bounty on your head before you even get here. You are worth $1 million for one certificate and another $1 million for the other one. At least. You are born millionaires. You just haven't accessed it yet. And you tripping about a 80 grand in student loan debt? 100 grand in student loan debt? You ain't even reach a $500,000 yet. Oh, you ain't know they had this money on. You ain't know you had this money secured in the vault, in the 8th house vault, right? You ain't know about this shit. See, this is when the mindset starts to shift and you start looking at this shit positively. You might wonder why some people fuck up that, and it's because I should probably teach that at another time. I'm gonna teach that at another time. Let's get into synastry, y'all. Let's get into synastry. Because if I go into that whole business lesson, that shit is going to take a lot of time and it's going to shift the energy. Let's get into synastry. How about it? Come on, what the... I know damn well. No fucking way. I hate when this does this. Okay, there it goes. I still got to get used to this shit too, y'all. This new software that I've invested in so that we can have these types of discussions. All right, that's better. Oh, by the way, if you want to buy me a coffee, you know what I'm saying? All of the information is right there. Y'all can buy a motherfucker a little bodega coffee or something right there. You ain't got to be shy. You know what I'm saying? I do live in New York, though, so the coffee might cost you a little penny, though. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just putting it out there. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to insult people's intelligence, but like, oh, I don't need nothing. That's that Pisces shit, right? Oh, I don't need nothing. You don't got to do nothing for me. It's cool. I don't want to be a burden on you. I know it's hard out here. The economy's tough. You want to buy me a coffee, that's cool. And just know, I like my coffee like my bitches. Light and bitter. Stop playing. All right, where are we? Y'all have told me time and time again that we need to talk about synastry, right? So matter of fact, this is a chart right here. This is an example of, hold on, let me get in the comment section and check y'all out. Make sure we got everything covered on y'all end before I get into this part. That's a crime. Love the confirmation so much. As I said, I just started learning about this. Fantastic, Taylor. I'm glad you came back at this particular time because this is the meat and potatoes. Pause. True talk. As a matter of fact, Nana, you are the one who put that motherfucking shit out in the universe, right? You put it in the universe. Did I recall that correctly or what? See, I got elephant memory, B. That's only because my Mercury is in the 6th house. If not, my shit would have been shot. I'm a Pisces. Worst memory in the zodiac. But I got a Mercury in the 6th house, so I'm blessed, right? So here we are. Here's an example of me. I'm actually in this chart. I'm putting myself out there. Fuck it. I'm being more of an open book. I'm in this chart. This chart is shared with another individual, obviously, right? And we're talking about North Node compatibility. Of course, there's a lot of activity going on here. You can see if you look at this, right? A lot of different aspects between different planets and stuff like that. We're not going to get into that. We're doing North Node compatibility. So I'm going to keep it on North Node type stuff. You know what I mean? Now, let's begin with... I'm going to let y'all choose. Y'all want to begin with my North Node being in the partner's house, or y'all want to begin with the partner's North Node being in my house? How y'all want to do it? Yeah, that's selective memory. That's really some Pisces shit too. Selective memory too. Like I remember the shit I want to remember. All that other shit, like your name and all that. I don't recall. I do not fucking recall. But yeah, that's selective memory. That shit is funny too, though. That should be funny. I guess in certain situations, of course, it's not. You can get somebody furious when you start acting like you don't remember what the fuck they talking about. It's like, you was there. You remember you was there. I don't remember what the fuck you talking about. The latter. So that would be the partner's north node being in my house. Gotcha. All right. So let's go. In this scenario here, the partner has their north node in my 10th house. In my 10th house. So what this means is when your partner, damn, this is Booty, you late now. You late. That's 1-1, but we already started, so yeah, I ain't gonna say the name. I ain't gonna, right, because the names, come on, we don't, so especially on one night stands. No, I do not remember your name. I remember your birthmarks and your moles. I remember that though. So the partner's north node is in my 10th house, right? So what that's going to do is, starting with me, that's going to make me think that this person is like God's gift to the world. Definitely God speaking directly to me, like, yo, that's your person. Like, that's Bae right there, or whatever I call. That's my boo, or that's my girl, that's my dog, that's my bitch. Like, stop playing with me. Like, that's her. And you're gonna, it's like I know it when I see her. Like, I know it. You understand what I'm saying? Not only that, it's like you're gonna think, I'm gonna think to myself, like, she's good for my image. So even from the outside looking in, right? People who got their partner's north node in their 10th house, from the outside looking in, you might hear the chatter like, oh, that's that, you know how they do with the celebrities and shit, and they be like, yo, that's Illuminati who fixed their arrangement. You know what I'm saying? Illuminati did that shit. Or the label, the publicist, they arranged their marriage or them getting together because it's a publicity stunt. They don't even really like each other. Or so-and-so is that, and so-and-so, you know, they just did it for the image or whatever the case may be. From the outside looking in, this is the type of couple or pairing up, which is going to be a couple. And I'm going to tell you why it gets like that too. This is the type of pairing up that from the outside looking in, you might think that. And if that is the case, in all actuality, it's just this. The partner's north node is in my 10th house. The partner's north node is in that celebrity's 10th house. So even without the publicity stunt and all these other people getting involved, that shit could have and would have happened any fucking way. But for those of us who are not, like, you know what I mean? Trying to like stage shit and fake relationships and shit like that. This shit is natural, and more than likely, me, the person with the 10th house, is going to meet that person while doing 10th house shit. My career, doing what it is that I do. And then it's just going to be like, the clouds are going to crack. The sun's going to come shining through, and I'm going to be like, her. Hand her to me. You know what I'm saying? Come here, you, child, you, mine. You know what I mean? Type shit. Cometh. And it's like almost like no, it's almost like nothing else to talk about when that happens. But the hunch is correct about it, because not for nothing, that person being added on to that person's image, it's power couple. It just reeks power couple vibes. And even if, like, from the outside looking in, like, if y'all say this is y'all, if people are looking at y'all, right, they might not even be invested in y'all at all, but they just might stop, and, you know, their child might be into y'all, like, yeah, I followed such and such, they got this new song out, and look at them, they just got together. You might just stop and look at the TV and be like, nah, I see why they together. Like, they really look so cute. You know how they be sharing the names of the, you know, the Kim Ye's and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, they'll be like, nah, they look fire together. Like, that makes a whole lot of sense why they're together like that. Like, that shit is, like, that's a lucky man. You know what I'm saying? It was what someone would tell me, like, yeah, you did right, partner. Like, niggas can't even front when this type of energy exists in your synastry chart. And not for nothing, because I'm pretty sure people might question it, like, well, how do you know? It doesn't that seem one-sided? Like, you know, I'm gonna be like so sure that this is the one type shit or whatever the case may be that's best suited for me. And it's just like, it's both ways when it comes to this. The person is actually going to feel like, the person with the north node, they're going to actually, because it's really their north node, right? So we're kind of like skipping over putting the emphasis on their north node, but it's their north node. They're the ones who low key, and I say low key because they might not say it at first, but they're the ones who's like, that's my nigga. Like, I don't know what the fuck y'all got going on out there, or who he's been with, who he might even be with right now. That shit ain't gonna be like that in a couple of more months, weeks, years even. If they gotta wait a little bit, they like, yo, that's my nigga. Like, that's, so you know how we say trophy wives? They gonna be like, that's the trophy husband. You know what I'm saying? And not for nothing, these people they may do okay on their own, but when they come together, forget about it. Power couple shit, like the wealth is going to just shoot up. It's going to skyrocket. Boom. Out of this world. Fame, if the fame was just like so before, because you could do your thing in the 10,000 and be recognized on a particular level. But then again, this is why this industry is set up that way. Once the other counterpart gets involved and they start taking pictures and shit like that, they get seen together, or like we said, seventh house shit, something is solidified or whatever the case may be, that it's up from there. Like, it's going the fuck up. And not for nothing, this is a union that stays together a long fucking time. A long time. And if you try to play with these people in public, they're going to have each other's back. Like, and I don't mean it like in a nasty, harsh way. They're just going to let you know, like, yeah, nice fucking try. Nice try, but that's my nigga. Like, the North Node person will be like, that's my nigga. We're going to work it out. Like, we're going to, and vice versa. I'm going to be like, yo, come on. Calm your tits. Like, that's my bitch. Calm your tits. What are you talking about? What are we even talking about right now? Right? So that's the impact of that. Now, another thing I'm gonna just highlight this as well. With them having it in their fifth house, maybe should I highlight this? Fuck it, I'm gonna just say it anyway. Me, I would have to be comfortable with that person actually expressing themselves. So what I'm saying is like having a strong identity and being okay with that. But I don't see anything that would be wrong with that because of how solid this whole synastry pairing or energy is. So also, right, 10th house, think like this. The 10 inside of tarot decks, right? Usually rules over, or all of the time rules over completion, a goal. It's like the ultimate life goal, right? It's everything that one would want out of their life and their lifestyle. The whole shebang, the whole enchilada. We talking about tacos and burritos, right? This is the whole enchilada. The house, the car, the crib, the kids, the power couple, it's all there with this. Right? Now, of course, other things and other aspects in this synastry can color it. People will have their obstacles, their ups and downs. I ain't even go through all of that yet. I'm still, I had to put this together for the task at hand. So I haven't unearthed all of that. I've just been focusing on this point. So now let's get to the, what do you call it? My North Node being inside of the partner's house. So when that comes about, because my North Node, and you can't see my North Node in this chart. I don't know why, but I know what my North Node is. My North Node is a 29-degree Leo. All right. So again, I'm being an open book for y'all. I got a 29-degree Leo North Node, which is going to land in Shorty's 6th house. So I'm coming into this person's life, right? When I come into this person's life, they're going to be like, oh shit, like they're going to feel like secure. So in the beginning, it's going to be like they're transitioning. They're going through a transition of some sort. Like they're going through something, a change of something. It could be a change of job, a change of career, a change of relationship. They might be in a relationship and that's about to all change. There's some type of shift going on in their life to where I just pop up out of nowhere, boom, like the golden god I am, right? And just be like, yo, bitch, you come, we doing this. You know what I'm saying? And not for nothing, it's to facilitate a routine in their life, to build a type of routine for them that revolves around well-being. So whatever transition that they're going through while I'm entering, pause, that's crazy work, is going to be fixed by suggesting some health remedies, things that are just healthy. And I don't mean I got to be a fucking doctor. I'm just saying things that I pinpoint and see that would and should and will work well for them, I'm going to be continuously pitching to them. And they're the type of person that's going to actually mention their like hassles or whatever the case may be, and going to feel safe and secure in doing so. It's like a subconscious thing that they just know that they can confide in me with doing that. Like, yo, you know, some days I'll be feeling like this, other days I'll be feeling like that. I'll be like, word, you ever think about magnesium? You ever think about, you know what I'm saying? And then, I got, all of a sudden, I got all of this knowledge for these particular things that can heal them. And they're like, yo, what the fuck? Like, this is exactly what I needed. Like, who are you? Where'd you come from? You know what I'm saying? It's just like, yo, I got you. Calm your tits. I got you. You know what I'm saying? But look, we need to do a routine. For whatever reason, I'm coming into the picture because they need routine in their life. They need well-being in their life. They need a support system that is a repetitious one. This is gonna be like, I could just be a gym trainer. So if you got this, like, the North Node could be the gym trainer of the person in the 6th house who got the North Node inside their 6th house. So y'all can meet in the gym or something like that. You know what I'm saying? The next thing you know, you like, one more, you squatting behind her. You know what I mean? One more, another one. You know? All right, I'm getting ridiculous, but you get what I'm saying, right? Not only that, the most regular of things can become so much fun. Like, because 6th house rules over hobbies and shit like that Virgo shit, you know what I'm saying? So you could be knitting together and that shit is just like fucking hilarious. You're laughing, you're fucking crying laughing, like, just by sitting together stitching, sewing, or, you know what I'm saying? Whatever hobby it is, clay making, fucking pottery, I meant to say, same shit, right? You know what I'm saying? There's a word for that shit, right? Food shopping is gonna be like top of the food chain. You're gonna have a fucking ball pushing that cart through the aisles, and you know what I mean? Regular shit is going to be so much fun when someone's got a North Node, with me having my North Node in that person's 6th house. But just regular shit, you know what I'm saying? And not for nothing, the person they have to move on. Like, that's the main thing. Like, unlike their North Node being in my 10th house suggests longevity and this, that, and the third. This is more like, you gotta move on. So I may stay in the picture until I'm sure that has happened. You know, it's a possibility that that it won't remain, but there's also a strong possibility that it will remain. You know, because we're talking about routine, we're talking about repetition, and it's just like, well, why not? We've been keeping it going in this fashion this long. Why not? You know what I'm saying? But the primacy is that I'm there to help that person move on from a part or, you know, a phase in their life that they were stuck in. And they didn't necessarily know how to go about doing it themselves, or whatever support system they had before that. You know, they about to get fired. You know what I'm saying? They fired now because I filled the position. Pause. That's crazy work. You know what I mean? Let me get in the comment section and fuck with y'all and see what's going on. Same as my North Node, Shaylee says. Okay, so your partner's North Node, I believe that's 10th house, and their North Node is in your 10th house. Heavy manifesting. Heavy on the manifestation for their North Node, for my partner's North Node. Like, you know, and it works out for me too. It's beautiful when you find out that it works out for the two of you. You like, oh shit, oh, synastry. This is what we've been talking about. This is what we probably, but see, I was like, this is what we probably should have been talking about in Libra season. Now, you did bring it up. I was just late on the draw, you know what I'm saying? I had other shit I had to tend to. So I'm a little late, but better late than not at all, right? And here we are. Get your synastry charts, y'all. Find this shit out, because this is where the meat and potatoes is at for real. You know, you find this shit out, you're like, oh shit. The vision is gorgeous. You know? Gym partners in my manifestation too. Yeah, sometimes that's how it happens, especially, you know, because we got to think about it, right? Let's keep it a bean. In Scorpio season, why not? You know, once you get that blood flow pumping, you know what I mean? Y'all get the moving the bodies around. You know what I mean? The jumping jacks, the titties get the jumping. It's come on, man. We about to ball out. It's us from that. We lit from that point on. You know what I'm saying? That body work is something else. You know, and something that's mammalian, I guess you can say, is the sweat hormones and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? We smell each other's sweat. We start jumping all over each other. You know what I'm saying? So it's like shit get deep. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you can't deny it when you face to face. I would be telling y'all sometimes you lose your business proximity. It's just like, why? Because the gym trainer is there, B. The gym trainer is fucking there. You know what I mean? Squatting behind them cheeks. Wow, that sound like that relationship was an interesting one. It does, right? It sounds very interesting. It does. Alchemy Moon. Oh shit. What up, Alchemy Moon? Oh, we got the wheel out now? Yes. Big facts. That's big facts. Hold on. Let me sound off this motherfucking horn at. Where my horn at? First, a round of applause for Alchemy Moon coming in the building. And just let me confirm that. Yes, the wheel is out. Got the wheel out now. That's a fact. Some support systems do be neglectful. Talk about it, right? Until motherfucker slap that cape on and come north knowing in that ass. It's like, yo, you get put onto that shit like, yo, so what were all of these underlings doing around me this whole entire time? How the fuck y'all even call yourselves my friends at this point? Like, what have y'all been doing to me or for me? Like, what the fuck is really going on here? How this person come out of nowhere and my life is seeming a little bit better now? So y'all support systems or y'all what's this shit that I heard this term used? Somebody was using in some video I was watching when they was talking about how some people closest to you, like your family members and stuff like that, they're actually there to hold you back. They like placeholders or some shit. That's not the word, but when it comes to my mind, I remember I tell it to y'all, yo. But it could be like that sometimes. Like they leave you by the wayside. They know you suffering. They know you struggling, especially when you voice it to them, right? You've been voicing it to them for years because you see them as your peers. Bars, I'm fucking nice. We know that already. And it's just like, damn. Your North Node's in Gemini, Charlie. Okay. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, my 10th house is in Gemini as well. Intercepted by Cancer as well. So I share both. Did they see you as their enemy with 6th house activation? That's a great fucking question. But I can tell you this. With North Node energy, and this is why it's important that we look at the compatibility. It could be potentially that if there's there's like an excessive push. I'm gonna get to that after I'm done with the comment section. I'm glad you asked that though. If there's an excessive push because of the degrees of separation between both of our North Nodes, would highlight whether that becomes a thing. If they see me as an enemy, you know what I'm saying? So just think in technical terms. If a hard aspect is there between our North Nodes, then you can expect that might be the case. That they might be like, well, why are you always so hard on me? Pause. But why are you so hard on me? You always pushing me. You always telling me to do this. You always telling me to do that. Like, it could be taken as some like underlying hate. You know what I'm saying? Or like they don't want you to be great. Or if you don't do it their way, you know what I mean? Some type shit like that. Like it might be an opposition aspect or some shit like that. Good question. Good fucking question. Mood. I've had a lot on. I'm gonna discuss the aspect between our North Nodes in a minute too. Mood. I've had a lot on as well. Right on time as far as I'm concerned. Pheromones. Right. Alchemy. Pheromones. That's the sweat. You know what I mean? That's come seeping out the pores, and the next thing you know, you just fucking at each other like jackrabbits. Jesus Christ. But yeah, real talk. I knew you was in Gemini 10th house just because our house system is the same. Right, you did tell me that, right? Virgo ascendant and all that. That's a fact. That's a fact. We got the same chart. We got similar charts. So now, this is one you want to look at. Your current person's nodes square yours. So before I even discuss that, right? Because that's part of Licious Booty's question, Shaylee, is, you know, proposing or suggesting, well, you know, would that person would my partner see me as the enemy with it being 6th house logistics, right? So I want to ask you, with you having a square, because I want to learn something too here. With your person's node, squaring yours, what's that like for y'all? Is the challenge worth it? Or do you realize and identify the challenge even? Do they identify it as well? And how do y'all, you know what I mean? How do y'all manage that? How do y'all get through it? How long you been getting through it? I'm asking a lot of questions, right? But I do be wanting to learn too. You know what I'm saying? Because the square is a hard aspect. And if anything, is the hardest aspect. Depending on who you asking, but I would say from my studies. But squares can also be very beneficial because the challenge is there. So sometimes I told y'all, right? I'll be like, yo, sometimes you're gonna run into a broad that she gonna be like, yo, she's gonna get on your necessary nerves. You're gonna have some bitches that get on your last nerve. You're gonna have a bitch that get on your necessary nerve, right? So that necessary nerve could be just the challenge. You challenge each other and then you're like, oh, this shit is beautiful because it works. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, harmony is fucking great. It's fantastic. Don't get me wrong. It's fucking beautiful. But sometimes you get that challenge. So don't let me put words in your mouth though. How's that going for you? How's that squaring for you? I've been experiencing lots of endings and cultivating new rebirths, and I'm blessed. My chosen family has been extremely supportive and nurturing in these vulnerable phases, and those who weren't for me are falling away. That's real shit. I'm sounding a horn for that because it's real. Especially when our chosen family, right? Our tribe, the people that we find along the way, we like, oh, this is family. This is the family. You know, different strokes for different folks. Everybody ain't got that Jupiter and Cancer shit going on, you know? Necessary nerve is like Saturn energy, right? The lessons to teach you how to transition, to become more authoritative. The challenge is worth it, says Chaley. Okay. The challenge is worth it. Out chart is nuts so though. His north node conjuncts my moon and rising, and south node conjuncts my Lilith. Sheesh. Sun and Venus on top of that. All right, see, this is what I'm saying. I would need more time to unpack that in an isolated setting, but I get where you're going. That's why I ain't start talking about all those different aspects here, because it gets deep. You know what I'm saying? But it's good that you study that and you know how all of those aspects play a part in it as well, ultimately. But let's definitely remember that we're seeking out North Node compatibility, and I think it plays in very well with the lesson in general, talking about the 8th house stuff because and Scorpio stuff, because if you want to know if you could weather the storm through 8th house logistics, which is the extremes, the ups and downs of relationships, after the marriage, after the deal, after the sex, then you would want to look at the North Node compatibility beforehand and say, look, man, no matter what, they're going on this path, I'm going on this path, North Node shit. Ultimately, this is where we're destined to be and go. How's this looking? And then we could do top-down reasoning and do all of the rest of the shit. You know, all of the rest of the shit becomes much more simpler once you can figure that part, or at least start from that point. Saturn rewards are major, the greatest teachers, the greatest rewards. And I know some people, they can't understand it. It'd be slow. They just can't understand it. What do you mean? This money right now on my hands. That's the greatest rewards. It's just like, hold my beer. Saturn be like, yo, hold my beer. Fuck is you talking about? All right, so now let's get back to our North Node compatibility. So, me and this partner's North Node compatibility. Okay, so again, my North Node is 29 degrees Leo. My partner's North Node is, I forgot the, it says it too. Hold on, give me a point. Give me a minute. 20 degrees in Cancer, right. So this is right between a semi-sextile aspect and a semi-square aspect. Semi-square is going to be more along the lines of friction. Semi-sextile is going to be more along the lines of mildly beneficial, is what a semi-sextile is. Meaning, it doesn't mean, y'all can't see me, hold on, let me minimize that. Just because the word beneficial is there, it doesn't mean to get carried the fuck away. It's pretty much what I'm saying. It's mildly beneficial. It's not hot and spicy, you know? It's saying, look, okay, y'all got the power couple look down pack. You huz, you the trophy. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm the trophy nigga. You know what I'm saying? I'm put up on the shelf somewhere, no matter what. And not for nothing, my image is better now with her. You know, shit done shot up. The wealth, the gains, all of that done shot up, right? But don't get drunk. Don't get power drunk with the whole image, right? Don't go looking for paparazzi. You understand what I'm saying? Don't go looking to be in everybody's face at every given moment. You get what I'm saying? This is mildly beneficial. Show up, pop up here, greet a few people, shake a few hands, maybe send a few comments out there, and then get low. You understand? Because it's more geared towards the semi-sextile. Should it be more geared? Because it's like 30. Damn, I had it written down somewhere. It's like 36 or 38 degrees apart from each other. 35 would have made semi-sextile right on target. And I think 45 would have made semi-square. But it's like 36, 37. So it's more geared towards the semi-sextile. So we're going to feel, me and this person are going to feel the semi-sextile more. So we're going to say, okay, you know, we could pump it up and get the steroids pumping on this whole aspect with the north nodes, or we can follow suit, follow protocol that says, all right, we're going to pop out when we pop out, we're going to do our 1-2, and then we're going to get low, right? Same thing goes for my north node being in their 6th house. So when the question was posed, would they see me as an enemy? Most likely not. Most likely not, because it's a semi-sextile. But again, if I was to force myself on them, especially continuously, and especially if they voice like, yo, you know, calm your tits. You know what I'm saying? Like, Playboy, like, calm your tits, my nigga. Like, you just calm down. I ain't going nowhere type shit. And I'm still like at them, then you know that there's an issue. That whole mildly beneficial it's not mild anymore. Nigga gotta calm each other's tits. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta be more calm about it. So it's just like, yo, let's say a few days or a few weeks go by and I notice that they're not on their routine. You know what I mean? Bars. I'm gonna stick my head in there and be like, yo, what's up? You good? You okay? Text message, whatever. You know what I'm saying? If we face to face, yo, what's up with you? You've been quiet lately. You know? That's warranted. Why? Because the routine ain't routining like it was. And that routine needs the routine. It ain't like I gotta be on top of them all of the time telling them, all I gotta do is send the message, set the standard. The rest is on them. You understand what I'm saying? But if I see them going back into a place of gloominess, if I see them going back into a place where they were when I found them, and I'm obligated with my North Node there to be like, yo, what's up? You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna go too hard on you, but you know what I'm saying when I say what's up. You know what I mean? If you want to talk about it, I'm here. If you don't, you know, you need more time, all good. You know what I mean? But let's just not ignore it and act like it ain't happening. You know what I'm saying? I can feel it. I know it. I know it. You know what I'm saying? Type shit. And it works. It'll be mildly beneficial. It'll work. You know what I mean? You don't gotta go food shopping with me every single time. You could stay home and I'll just call me. I'll walk through the supermarket. I'll get all this shit myself. You know what I'm saying? We could be on the phone. You don't gotta be there. You know what I mean? That type of thing. It's just don't be excessive is the point. So that's the North Node compatibility for us. That's the North Node compatibility breakdown. So I say that to say this for those of y'all who are doing it in your abodes, right? Look for, if you know how to do aspects and track aspects, look for the degrees of separation between y'all North Node points. All right? Look for the degrees of separation between your North Node points. Find out what aspect it is. Look up the definition of the aspect, right? You can get even more in depth by looking at the houses if you'd like. Well, we are discussing the houses, but what I mean to say is more in depth by looking at the signs, excuse me. You get more in depth by looking at the signs because that's where more of the expression is going to come about through the signs. And yeah. And then top-down reasoning. Y'all take it from there. Look at the different aspects of the different planets and the different signs and the different houses and stuff like that, and get your breakdown and gain your clarity through that. You know what I mean? But overall, if you ask me, and we might come back to this at a later note when I've learned more and had more experience and stuff like that, y'all included, might have more information on this. We can come back and discuss, you know, the results of all of this type of shit. Pretty much. So yeah, that's North Node compatibility, you know? So I guess now we could start shooting the shit if y'all want to. If y'all got let me see. Because it's Scorpio season, we will be back next week talking about more Scorpio shit. So if y'all got requests, plug them in now. Scorpio related, please. Plug them in now. It could be 8th house colored as well. Plug them in now. And I guess just any inquiries in general, I'm going to shoot the shit with y'all for a little bit more. But if this is where, you know what I mean, we say goodnight, then we could say goodnight too. You know what I'm saying? It's on you pretty much at this point. But I feel good. I feel good. I'm glad we got this situated. You know what I mean? I had to get this off my chest. I'm gonna let y'all know, right? Like, I was so anxious to do this. I got up on a Tuesday. Mars traditionally rules over Scorpio. I got up on Tuesday and just did all of the research that I needed. I started with Santos, and I'm like, yo, you know what? This is all I'm using. This is the only clip I'm using for this, and I'm doing the rest on my own. I'm gonna draw up a chart. I'm gonna draw up a diagram. I'm gonna bring out our compatibility chart, and I'm gonna just talk my shit from what I know firsthand in astrology. No books, no none of that. Just say what needs to be said. You know what I mean? And it felt good. I ain't gonna hold you. Shit felt good. So yo, look, I ain't gonna hold you up now no longer than we need to be held up. We got 2 hours in? Yeah, we got 2 hours in. We good. I'm glad y'all came out. Like I said, I'm feeling this shit. I feel real fucking good behind this shit. You know what I'm saying? I felt passionate the entire time. A lot of y'all showed up, showed y'all ass, popped out. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy behind that shit. Let me let up on one more motherfucking kid. You know what I mean? Give y'all a round of applause for sticking it out. Pause, that's crazy work. But real talk, you know what I'm saying? Coming out and going through this intense dive. Because that's what it is. It's the murky waters. Scorpio rules over reptiles and sewers. You know what I'm saying? So they say the world is ran by reptilians, right? Yeah, so they say. They also say, don't you mention the reptiles. I be mentioning the reptiles, y'all. I be knowing the reptiles. I love Scorpio energy. I'm very scorpionic with the stellium in Scorpio and my chart ruler Mercury in my 8th. Okay, yeah, I definitely see. Okay, I definitely pieced that together, Shaylee. I wouldn't cross you either. If they were smart, they wouldn't cross you. And I just mean that. I probably don't mean that in the greatest of ways. You got to be careful, too, to not take things too far if you want revenge with somebody. Let me just say that, too. It swings both ways. You know what I mean? Because that Mercury in the 8th could be a motherfucker. You don't forget shit. Especially when someone has emotionally impacted you in some type of way. So happy to learn from you. Thank you. I'm glad to have the opportunity to be able to teach. To be able to teach you this. That's my word. So the feeling, it's a mutual thing here. My Scorpio rising has been radiating frustration lately. I need to meditate. At least you know. At least you've picked up on it. I'll tell y'all, yo, that Scorpio energy, that should be having me on 10. On 10. I'll be like, yo, I'll be having to put myself to sleep, yo. I've been working out more lately just because of that. Like, I need to get tired, yo. That shit is just different. And then if you feel intensely about everything, it's just like, nah, yo, I want to be more Piscean. Like, I want to be selective memory. You know what I'm saying? Once the Scorpio transits come in, it's just like, nah, I want to obsess over everything. Fuck that, And it's just like, it's a fight. it's a fight sometimes because some shit you know you shouldn't be, again, too obsessive about, you know? But sometimes it could feel so good to do that shit too. Let's keep it 100. If we gonna keep it 100, you're correct. Fortunately, I've learned that revenge serves no purpose in my life. Yeah, you know, when they be like, yo, take the high road and shit like that. It feels good instantaneously or in the moment, you know what I'm saying? Instant gratification. Don't get me wrong, but like they say, I think the saying goes better that revenge is a dish served cold. Like you could just take hands off and you'd swear you'd had something to do with it, but you really didn't. You know, that person's gonna end up fucking somebody over anyway, or running into somebody, or doing some other shit. You know what I mean? Because they think they got away with it with you or some shit. And it's just like, nah, we'll hear about it sooner or later. But you don't gotta use your hands. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to be the evil doer. I think we all possess evil. I think we all possess dark. You don't have to be the doer. You want to get it off your chest, go like practice taekwondo or some shit, or be an actor. That's what I'm trying to channel my darkness into. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to be hands. I don't want to be active like that no more. You know? And I know just by saying it doesn't mean that it's always going to work that way. But shit, if I could have it my way, the fuck? Why not? So Scorpion being other peeps' money and Venus here and Merc, the themes of transformation and sex of value really are interesting. Maybe speaking truth to unveil and reshape from what was hidden. Good question. I would say yes. Like even like in the darkest of things, right? So we talk about eighth house, right? We talk about other people's money, Venus and Mercury. You know this, and I'm not trying to be funny. I think we've discussed this before, Pierre, you and I. I'm not trying to be funny. That shit reeks like sex industry stuff and all of that. So it can reshape what was hidden. I said this earlier when I did the Scorpio forecast. I kind of like hinted at it, like sex, the industry, transformation by clapping cheeks. You know what I'm saying? All of that shit is being rethought right now. At least it's on the table to really analyze this shit to the point where are we transforming it or not? Because it's not being transformed if we're continuing to do the same thing the same way and we're not opening our eyes to alternative methods, right? If the pendulum swings the worst way in this Scorpio energy, then that means we have not learned what we need to learn in order to transform, right or wrong. So yeah, we got Mercury there, which also rules over commerce. I need to get deeper into the difference between Mercury and Venus too, because I've been on record speaking of how Venus rules over the trade of touch, of human touch. And I still mean that, like prostitution and stuff like that, or just us knowing each other in biblical terms, you know what I'm saying? And begat and stuff like that, right? Venus rules over that. I'm not changing my mind about that. But the actual not incentivizing, the commodifying of that, turning it into product, right? Scorpio, objectifying, obsessive, objectifying the body, right? Wanting to obsess over it, possess it. That comes into play when we're talking about Mercury, because that's where this whole sex trafficking shit is coming from, because people are turning humans into commodities based upon sex. So now you're not just a human being with Venus energy that innately wants to interact with a counterpart, because that would be something that happens harmoniously if we're talking about Venus. But once you're like tagged because you got this size hips, that size tits, your nips are fucking looking like chocolate moon pies, then now you're categorized and you're commodified. They put a tag on you. They put you on a shelf and they say, yo, for this much to this bidder, to the highest bidder, now we're in Mercury land. And we're like, yo, how the fuck did that happen? Because we're looking at the utility value of this preference, right? You ain't even have her yet. You ain't have him yet. But the preference is there. And it's just like, oh, well, can I buy it? Can I buy her? Can I buy him? Oh, word? That's where the trade comes in. That's where Mercury comes in. So yeah, not for nothing, right? They just in New York City, B. They just did a full raid, and the shit is still going on right now. They're gonna be doing it for 2 weeks on Roosevelt Ave in Queens. That whole strip in Queens, Corona and all. If you know, you know. That shit been going on for fucking years. I'm telling you, something is happening out here. I can't call it a witch hunt. Something is happening out here. Like the law is showing they ass. The law is going after. The law is actually being the law. They going after every fucking body, B. It's fucking bugged out. But it's because that area over there is due to sex trafficking. Commodifying, like I said, that Mercury, they took the Venus energy and say, yo, we can make a fortune out of this. Look, they like each other. They might even take a survey, right? Mercury. They might survey the person. You like her, I noticed. What is it about them? They got the robust hips, they got the cute face, they got locks, whatever, right? So that means you would like another one like that, wouldn't you? If I brought 10 girls in here that look like that, you would like them all, wouldn't you? Right? So the mind gets to thinking that, y'all see we got all these technological gadgets. We taking surveys all of the fucking time showing entities our preferences, right? So what you think is going to start happening? You're going to start seeing the girl that you like the most, similar girls that look like her popping up in your fucking newsfeed. Similar guys that's looking at your guy, looking like your guy, they going to start suddenly popping up in your newsfeed. Or they going to be wearing clothes that resemble the shit that you like. You know what I mean? Chicks that look like you going to be popping up in the newsfeed wearing shit that you like. Everything, the love component is being commodified, is being turned into a commodity. But yeah, they on the sex track. Yo, Aquarius age, B. Shit is not a. I'm shocked. Like I'm still in awe that these people are actually, because it's like, yo, come on. I joke about this shit, but you're like, yo, this city, you could go. This is the only city I know you could go outside and buy a brick. Like, you can go to the corner. You could go to the corner and buy a brick, right? And it's just like, well, how? I thought this is something called the law. What happened to the law, right? And I don't know about now. I'm just saying. But from what I see from these raids, they cracking down on that area. Yo, that shit been going on in that area for years. And nothing has been done about that shit. But now, oh no, they on live television. They on television doing reports on this shit. Like, yeah, we'll be over there with 145 officers, 78 sergeants, 22 captains, this many lieutenants. I'm like, oh shit. Thought I wouldn't ever see the day. I know what y'all probably saying. Oh, it's political. You know, it's election time. Yeah, that's a part of it. But I ain't ever seen it turned up like this during nobody's fucking election. Even Obama's election, and that was like the biggest fucking election I've ever seen. The shit that's going on out here right now, like, I'm shocked, B. I'm fucking shocked. Where I'm at with y'all. I gotta channel my shadow into art or something. Nah, for real. For real, this is what I'm saying. Like, we all got a dark side. Like, yo, knock it the fuck off. If you're gonna say this is what messes me up when it comes to like religious people, and you know, even if you don't follow a particular religion or if it's a way of life or something like that. If you sit there in my face and you tell me you don't have a dark side, I don't think we can. There's only but so far we can go. I don't think we can be friends, like, ever. You got it. You just need an outlet. You know? I don't care if it's painting, colored pencils, whatever the fuck. Do it. And it doesn't mean that it all has to come out dark. It just means like, yo, take that shit, boil it up and do it. Do something. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, I would probably like to play a villain in some type of something. You know? I think I could just write a real good villain role. I just think I'm capable, you know. But I know the darkness in me. You know what I'm saying? Because I be wanting justice. You know what I'm saying? I'm like that type of individual that's just like, you gotta fight fire with fire. Fuck is you talking about? I think I heard somebody say, they said I'm not a nice guy, I'm a good guy. And then they asked the person, they said, what you mean by that? They said, if somebody comes into a store and I see them punch somebody in the face and take their wallet, I'm gonna punch them in the face and take that shit from them and give it back to the person that they took it from. Right? That doesn't make me a nice guy, but it makes me a good guy. You get what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? But that's you gotta chalk it up to some darkness in you to do some shit like that. You can't avoid that shit. You can't ignore it. You know what injustice looks like to you, and it could look different for all of us. I've learned to fully embrace my shadow traits. It gives me the power over it versus the opposite. Right. Let's say you walk through life unconsciously, unknowing. This is what I be saying about this religious stuff sometimes. They be like, yo, you know, I'm walking in the light and I don't do this. You don't have no concerning thoughts ever. Like, knock it off. And you're not even gonna voice it with us. You just gonna do this mightier than thou shit, ain't you? All right. You down with the Force, Luke Skywalker in them, right? All right. And when you really study that movie, since I'm on that topic, I like to talk about that topic. Really study the Sith and study the Force. Too much repression and suppression and became perverted. Catholicism. I said it right too, right? Catholicism? No, absolutely. Absolutely. Especially during the Piscean age. Because think about it, right? When you got so much airy shit happening during the Piscean age, an age that's supposed to be about passivity, people living in unison together, it's all one bigger picture. But you got the characteristics of individuality at its highest point ever because Pisces creates airy stuff. There's going to be a point where a group of people say, you know what? Cooler heads will prevail. We're going to step over here. We're not into materialism. We're going to get like a few robes, different colors. We're going to rock these. No undies underneath. You know what I'm saying? That's where that perversion started coming, right? Starts feeling the breeze up underneath the motherfucking robes. You got some titties under there. You know what I mean? Come with me, sister. Ain't nobody supposed to be fucking. Next thing you know, we in the fucking catacombs somewhere. I got a vivid imagination. But you're right to answer your question. Right. Repression and suppression always supposed to be none. We can't do this. Father, sister, mother, Teresa, everybody. Next thing you know, we in an orgy in a circle and there's candles lit around it. And the next thing you know, we doing this shit every Friday. Because they want to run out and be children. The Aries people, they just activated. They want to run out, build, create, war, rape, pillage, no rules. Infants of the world. No disrespect, Aries. Y'all know I got mad love for y'all. I'm just keeping it a bean, though. And y'all be knowing, too, a lot of Aries I kick it with, they do not be like, stop talking about us like that. Like, I be kicking it with Aries people, and they be like, not for nothing, no. You know, it's a learning process, especially for Aries energy. So that's how it came about. Catholicism, right? They started, you know, and occult knowledge turned into religion, right? The same way that the zodiac wheel goes in order from 8th house to the 9th house. They was like, okay, we know all of this dark, secretive shit. It probably started out as, we want to tell them that, but they want to go outside and play. So I guess we got to let them go outside and play and be passive. But we got all of this knowledge. Like, this is how I envision it happened. They gave warning to the Aries characteristics of the world. Like, listen, if y'all go out and y'all do X, Y, and Z, you got to remember, it's Pisces age. Intuition is at an all-time high, too. So they got the premonitions. They like, yo, if y'all go and behave this way and that manner and do this and that, and you don't have no care, concern for your neighbor, well-being, yada, 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 then this is going to happen. And sure enough, when they run out there and they have their wars, they rapes, they pillages, their famines, they come back to the church, to the clergymen, to the shamans, where have you, to the Catholicisms of the world, and they're like, they had to come back because they like, damn, how he know all of that? How she know all of that? To the T. How'd you predict that? Father, I must confess, I did all of that bullshit you said I was going to do. And I'm angry at myself. What should I do now? So it became a back and forth of now they counsel. Right? You know all the bloody secrets. You know all the darkest shit. And now you're trying to counsel these fucking animals on how to conduct themselves and be civil. Trickster energy, twisting Venusian sexuality. Exactly. Venusian sexuality is harmonious. It just is. You know when you got chemistry with somebody and it's compatible, especially when it comes to the bodies. You know the level of attraction y'all possess. You know it. Trickster energy, ruled by Mercury, comes and intervenes in that, like, oh, okay. Let me see how we could use this on a, you know what I mean? Get the mental involved. And with Venus, it ain't got much to do with the mental. It's just the attraction. It's the auras. Robot girlfriends, boyfriends to your liking, 2045. You think they ain't getting the recipes built up and designed right now, Licious Booty? Facts. They gonna be building them like you too. Preferences. I ain't had to do all that. But I'm serious. Preferences, right? People gonna start putting in their order. I like it like that. I want some of this. Tone that down a little bit. Yeah, turn that up. I want it like that. I want the hair a certain color. Weird Science. Y'all remember that movie? Damn, I'm telling my age again. Classic movie. You know what I mean? But that's what it's gonna be like. And really, all it really takes on a human level is to find people and do synastry charts with them. Find people you like organically became attracted to, like out of nowhere, and be like, hey, what time were you born? I want to see something. You know what I'm saying? Because that's all they're doing, and they're doing it in a mechanical form now. They're basically asking you, or the consumer of these robot bitches, these robot dudes, what would you like your robot's natal chart to be? So I told you about electional charts before, right? I provide those too, by the way. Plug. But electional charts is when you can look into the future and find out when's the best time to do something. So that's what they're going to be pitching to y'all. And they might not say it, they might not use the astrological lane to do it. They might just ask for distinct characteristics of your preference, right? How big you want the booty, how big you want the tits, how big you want the penis. You know what I mean? You want horse dick? We can do it all. What's your preference? When in all actuality, what they're asking you is, how would you like their natal chart to look? So you could actually do an electional chart and be like, well, I want my robot to look like this natal chart. And they'd be like, but that doesn't have a look. Just plug it in the fucking robot. The robot will know what to do. The computer will know what to do. Plug in that fucking natal chart. I need that natal chart, sir. The fuck? True shift come from Cap to Aquarius. Has all these cronies getting caught up. Yo, Pluto being in Capricorn right now got people sick. I'm laughing. It's like I said, sometimes when you see shit happening under your nose and you see that entities are labeled to be something that they're not, eventually you're going to get upset. It's just like any taxpayer is just like, I don't think that they should get our tax money. You know what I'm saying? The illegals are taking our jobs. It's like anything else. You know what I'm saying? When you see a system fail you, you start questioning the whole thing. Well, what am I paying y'all for? What are we a nation for? What are we a community for? Y'all not even doing what the fuck y'all supposed to be doing. But you can't stop this astrology shit, can you? Pluto is wreaking havoc, B. He said, yo, I'm going to spin the block one more time to let y'all know what this Capricorn shit is about. I can't keep track of the headlines, B. Y'all know I got a Midhaven and Gemini. I got to stay up on gossip sometimes. I can't keep up with the headlines, B. That's how rapid these shits are popping out. I'm sure they will be built like me, says delicious booty. All right, I'm just, you know what I mean? I caught myself like, damn, you ain't had to do that, Ben. Like, damn, my nigga, like, but you can imagine, right? Especially now, look, right? I'm just keeping it being, especially black people, right? We the biggest consumer base in the nation. They be like, oh yeah, we know what you want. They gonna be pitching to that. How you know that? You stereotyping me, sir. You could tone it down a little bit. I can't handle all that. Or something like that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, bet believe you probably gonna be in the front of the shelf. This is booty. Your replicas are probably gonna be in the front. You know what I mean? Or the first commercial is gonna have something. I'm about to say something like you. And then you know niggas, oh yeah, I need that. Just in case. Bitches wanna act funny just in case. You know? Bitch don't wanna cook. Don't wanna walk around in these motherfucking boy shorts I bought her. Alright. Hold my motherfucking beer. Man just going to care about the robot holes. Yo, the wild part is it has began. There's a statistic that I found not too long ago. I think I might have brought it up in the podcast when I first started. About the dating scene. It's like a dating AI app. The statistics are through the roof. Like dudes are really dating. Dudes more than the women are dating the robot women. And I've heard some other statistic recently that women are going to actually want the tangible robot more than the males. For the guys, for some reason, it's more about the intelligence, which kind of bugs me out because I'm like, we're visual creatures by nature. Like we wanna watch and hold you and grab you. And it's the women who get infatuated and turned on by the stories, the tones of the voice, and you know what I'm saying? More of the audio and the imagination. But this statistic that I'm hearing is like, yo, nah, these chicks want that robot dick. And I guess women have been groomed for it, right? When you think about it, the dildos and the vibrators, and you know, it's been a time with the grooming in that area. So too, it's like, what you mean you came and you gotta get it hard again? And like, what do you mean? Not my robot dick, right? It's just like I'm sorry, yo. Sorry, not sorry, but I can't help it sometimes. Be like, this shit is wild. I got to run. Thank you for the awesome info. Have a good week. You too, Shaylee. I'm about to wrap it up anyway. We about to get up out of here regardless. You know what I'm saying? We ended up going to about damn near 3 hours anyway. We right on time. You know what I'm saying? So let's wrap this up, y'all. Again, thanks for coming out. I'm glad that we could have this discussion. I'm glad we could get serious and have fun at the same time. I think we cleared up a lot of stuff. See, I feel like we gained more clarity. We gained more ground here, especially when bringing out the chart and stuff like that. I think it really helped out a great deal bringing out both of these charts. So, I enjoyed it. I'm glad y'all came out. Until next time, I may pop up during the week, go live. I don't know. I'm just in the mood. You know what I'm saying? I'm in research mode and all that. I'm in Scorpio mode. I'm embracing the energy. So y'all probably are gonna hear more from me sooner than later. Toys should be used to enhance, not depend on. Y'all was just having this conversation not too long ago too, Nana, about the toy thing. Like yeah, like mom, yeah, like work with that toy. Like I especially when I be dealing with, you know, long distance shit, I be like, yeah, you work that thing out. You know what I'm saying? Cause that vibrator fuck around and win over proximity. You know what I'm saying? Yo, bitches is so done with dating these days. They just like, you know what? I'm not even inviting this nigga over. I'm grabbing my vibrator. All right, yeah, you do that, mom, because I can't fucking make it over there. You know what I'm saying? Type shit. But definitely enhance, not depend on. Eventually, you want to get back to the real thing, I guess. I don't know. It's Aquarius age, yo. Expect the unexpected. I don't know what the fuck. I think that's the safest thing to say. All right, y'all. I'm out.